Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to Beerathon. 11 facts about me and what to do. I was born in Peru, and all we see is glasses. Cool. Anyway, today, welcome to my Beerathon. See, and today I have a special start to the Beerathon before my Duet partner shows up. Let me just see if I'm live yet, but I am, I think. We're collecting the likes. We're not live yet, are we? I'm gonna have to switch internet, maybe, possibly, eventually. I don't know. Let's see. I have not gone live yet. Supposed to start at 11, but I can go live a few minutes early. Okay, I've been successfully losing followers. Here I am. I'm live. All right. So today we have a special start. It's a Beerathon Coca-Cola start. So cheers to Beerathon. Some strong stuff, man. Let me tell you, it's really cool. Okay. So today we have a special start. Everything is live. So I'm here all by myself. Still. Supposed to start at 11. Well, it's 10:56. We already are 2 minutes in. So, today I've been thinking a lot, and it's changed my whole strategy now. I was explaining to my son a few things, and I don't know how raw I really want to get into this, but we'll get pretty deep into it, I'm sure. Let me see. Because we're just going to go all out crazy. We have go to, yeah, I've tried, I gave a good run to, what do you call it? Sales Navigator. It has ended. It's telling me now here to go to Sales Navigator. I have no clue why, but hey, I will not go. But let me see how many. My followers, 3,227 is up. I was up at 3,235, so I lost 8 this week. I wrote a post about it too, why you lose stuff, but let's see. I got one comment and 8 likes on my experimental post last night that I posted at 3 o'clock in the morning. It took me exactly 5 minutes to create the whole thing. And I still got 8 likes without adding some of my own. So cool. Promoter de eventos. Havaria Mushtaq. Barima. Well, second level. So that means the post really took off. Let me see. Yes, 103 impressions overnight. Whereas my Goose on the Roof didn't got only 78. It's been out since Friday night and it only has 3 likes. Whereas Pure Gamma PDF generated Truth has gotten 8. AI wins.
There
Good
we go.
morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, you look a little pale tonight.
No light.
Oh, you're turning into
No overhead light. I only have the LEDs on.
you're turning into a zombie. All right, cool.
Maybe this will warm me up.
Good little blue. Look a little bluish.
They kind of have a blue hue. I can't do anything about that.
That's okay. There's nothing wrong with Smurfs.
Cheers, by the way. Just Coke for tonight.
Yeah. Cheers.
Oh, is that Coke? No,
Yeah.
that's.
Coca-Cola.
I got the Kroger Coke. It's the off-brand. It's not your version.
Well, I got the authentic stuff.
Yeah.
I don't want that fugazi shit. I want the real stuff. That's why I'm on LinkedIn to get real, authentic feedback from real, authentic people. All
That's
1
right.
billion of them. And I want a lot of rocket chips I want to see. I want to see a lot of rocket chips flying. Uh,
All right, there we go. Are you ready?
I've,
You have your beer?
I've been talking for 5 minutes now.
Well, I know. Do you have your beer?
No, this is my authentic LinkedIn.
No, we can't. We can't drink then.
I did pretty good with the can of Coke. So I don't know if I can or can't, but I did pretty good with the can of Coke.
Yeah, it's a. Well, you turned it into a Fugazi Beerathon. Now it's just Coke-a-thon.
Well, it's authentic, like ChatGPT.
So like the post I made, it's written by me.
No, it is.
Yeah,
Well, it's getting
it
more
has
likes.
three. It has 3 likes already, including one from me.
It's got more likes than you ever did get, but they got more.
Maybe.
Yeah. So what are you gonna say? What are you gonna tell us today? Since you showed up.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to probably recycle some stuff from tonight for tomorrow. So I'll just take some stuff, the topics that I've written for tomorrow. I'll take them and just read them out now.
There is plenty of topics, and then there's
Oh
no
yeah.
way, and there's no way the two events will crisscross too much. So don't worry.
I mean, it's gonna be similar. I mean, we already talked about it
Really,
a little bit.
like that's my point. A little bit.
Oh yeah, we can talk about the block I got from my good friend.
You could talk about that yourself. That doesn't pertain to me much.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll keep it. Well, I want to talk something that pertains to both of us, so it's relevant. You know, the word
Yeah,
rel.
let me tell you something about the word relevant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh man. What are you searching up?
I'm just commenting on your post now.
Oh, awesome. Oh, that's what that like was.
That's what it was.
Okay. Awesome.
It's in there.
I just see it. Finally, you understand, Corral. You got to be as authentic as LinkedIn is all about.
Don't be
Speak from
laughing.
your
This
soul.
is serious stuff, man. Come on, LinkedIn is serious. It's a platform for professionals who come here to meet other professionals to be authentic
Yeah, I
and
need
use and
need to buy a
use
suit.
and use memes of celebrities to get 100,000 followers.
You know what I'll do? Actually, I'll copy this and paste it into fill in the blank.
What?
I copied the comment and yeah, should I share my screen?
I don't care. Do what you want. I don't know what you're talking about. So yeah.
Hang on, I'll send it. Hang on.
No, just what do you mean fill in the blank?
Check the private chat, will you? Please.
Yeah, but what do you mean?
Fill in the blank. I copied the comment you had,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna paste it into to give me a response. Fill in the blank.
Fill in the blank. Do what you want. I don't
Private
know.
chat.
I mean, that's not my point. My point is just I don't know why would you fill in the blank. I'm still stuck at fill in the blank. You're being too complicated for me. I'm not that smart.
You don't know what fill in the blank means?
I don't want to know what it means, really.
Okay. I'm not gonna share my screen.
Don't because it doesn't make sense. Because I mean, I don't get it. That's all. BJ Coombs, Bob, Bob. Yep, there you go. The first comment of the night.
Hey, hello.
Let's see how many more comments we're gonna get in once we get going. So I'm talking about the overlay. You should use that.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay.
Because when
I
you're
don't
there
know.
all by
'Cause
yourself
it
and you're
takes up
getting a
a.
bunch of comments, when you're sitting there by yourself and you're getting a bunch of comments,
It still
Like
takes up a
here,
bunch of
it's pretty
space.
narrow. Here, it
Yeah.
yeah. Here it's pretty narrow because there's three of us. But if I make myself disappear,
Well, okay.
okay,
Now I'm in
so
the
that
left.
still leaves plenty of
Congrats.
room for you. And that's what I'm saying. You should use in your Sundays events. You should use this
Okay,
overlay
I
because
know.
once you get a lot of comments, it's nice for people to see them.
Okay, hear me out. I don't care about that. Okay, good. I understand
Well,
that.
you don't care about that.
What if I
Okay.
share my
Well,
no? What if I share my screen? What happens then? Share a random tab. I want to see what happens because I've never tried it with a share screen. Does this disappear or
no,
does it stay there? Share a random tab. It stays there. Yeah, exactly.
so what's the problem? So you share screen, and you could always hide the overlay. I mean, come on.
You got to click here, click there.
Well, yes, it's well you're working in a studio, so that's kind of normal. Unless you could use AI for you to do that and just order it to just click the overlay.
Yeah,
And,
you know what? I might actually. That's
yeah,
gonna be my new AI service that I'm gonna do. Actually,
yeah, you need to do an AI assistant. Anyway, so yeah, it stays there. You can shut it off. This is what you work in a studio. You know, you gotta swap the cameras. You know, whoop, whoop. You go to I'm big, you're small. You flip it, so then if you're sharing a screen, you could just
okay.
drag and drop the things.
Let's
You
not
know,
do restream gymnastics. Let's just get into the point of discussion.
there's no point to this discussion.
There is.
No, this is the
There is
point.
always some point.
Well, and that's what I'm doing right now. So it's a live improv. So I'm doing a point of discussion. It's a restream gymnastics.
Yeah. Okay. Let's just do. Yeah. Let's bring it to some really helpful advice.
Yeah,
You
leave
know,
now.
like Brad Pitt. You remember what he said, right? Yeah.
Leave now and forever hold your peace. Do you want to be authentic on LinkedIn? You want to grow? Leave. You ain't gonna do it
Oh
if
my
you don't.
gosh, it's got 6 reactions already. Oh
It's
my, it's so,
it,
yeah.
it's live on Saturday night.
Oh my. Flash flood warning. Somebody sent their flash flood warning emergency alert
To who? What?
to LinkedIn. Just posted on the feed.
Well,
Like just I'm actually now that I know what you've told me before the stream began, I'm like depressed.
why? This
Every single post is just
it's reality.
yes, and then we're gonna get into politics. Okay, let's see. Okay,
Politics? I don't want to talk
not
politics.
interested. I'm not interested in this topic. Submit, and here we go. Let's clean up the algorithm a little more. Jeez. Yeah, I'm done with these people. How many viewers do we have on LinkedIn?
0.
Oh, that's nice.
So that means we should do 4 streams a day to quadruple our live
No, we
viewers.
should do no, not just streams. 4 beerathons a day. Yeah.
Yeah, because that way when you have 0 and 1, you're gonna get that times 4. So it's gonna have a lot of impact. No, people apply this strategy. It really works.
Yeah, we do actually not have any viewer, even though we're #1 global LinkedIn creators of Beerathons.
So is Nathan Crockett. So. Whoops. The truth is out there.
Everybody is, even John Kraske and that one
Yeah.
other girl. I forgot. Everybody's #1. So why can't we be #1?
Well, we are #1. You're on the #1 Beerathon.
Didn't we create Beerathons on LinkedIn?
Well,
Does
I don't
anybody
know,
else?
but I haven't seen another one yet. But I'm sure it's coming. I'm sure somebody's got a plan for that. Because that's what
Yeah.
people do. You give them an idea and they'll run with it and they'll make you ashamed of yourself. Because they'll be just so much good at it, so much gooder at it than you are. Yeah,
Yeah.
you will. Because you come to LinkedIn to feel smart. Remember that. That's why you come to LinkedIn to feel smart. If you want to look smart, you got to hang out with the smart people. It doesn't matter if your IQ is 5. Let me leave. I gotta go.
Okay.
Ah, fuck, that's what I'm talking about. Goddamn chair.
Yeah.
This is a stupid chair. Well, because the chair is
Bloopers.
poorly designed.
Speaking of improv,
Poorly designed chair. When you move around on it, it slips. I think I gotta maybe lower it a little bit.
are you okay?
Well, at least I didn't hit my shoulder this time.
No, good. Okay. Take a breath and we're fine.
I'm always fine. I'm a survivor.
I'm gonna clip that eventually.
That's all right.
We're gonna go viral with that one.
Fucking stupid slim
I would
cans.
not say that. Are you streaming this to YouTube?
Yeah, fucking slim cans. Pussy cans.
You're running a thin line here.
Well, I always am.
I think you're gonna get banned from LinkedIn.
Oops. So many people are gonna cry for me.
They'll start protesting for your comeback. Actually,
Well, I would have to be from a different country of origin.
what are you implying?
I'm implying that I don't kneel on a carpet 6 times a day. Cheers. Hence,
Okay.
no one will miss me. As much as I like Dos Equis, I hate the slim cans. I didn't know they were slim cans until I got them into the car. I was like, oh, fuck. It's like female drinks.
I mean, all the White Claws are in those little
Slim cans, yeah.
slim cans.
Yeah, pussy cans.
Even Red Bulls.
Yeah, well, still pussy cans. That's why I drink Monster.
Even Monster is in some of those slim cans, isn't it?
Yeah, but I don't drink those. It's a slim can. That's not for me.
Yeah, okay. I mean, to me, it's Monster is a Monster, Dos Equis is Dos Equis, whatever the fuck can it is in.
Well, when you grow up, you're gonna be a big boy. You'll understand the culture.
Yeah, I'm not a big boy. Yeah.
Yep.
No, totally not.
You're still not a professional drinker. Let's put it that way.
Well, not in that sense, but
See, so at least now you learned again.
this thing is actually messing with me.
Yeah, I could do the tilt as well, but
Erasing my stupid head.
well,
Maybe like this.
that's because you have that background. If you drop the background,
Even if I put it on a virtual background like a blur,
yes, but if you drop the background,
it's gonna be better. It's still cutting off my head a little bit, isn't it?
no, it's not.
No?
Nope.
No, it's actually better. Okay.
Because what happens is what do they call it? It's like a blue screen, green screen.
The stream automatically became political, unfortunately. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Get on the carpet and kneel.
What?
Get on the carpet and kneel.
No, I'm not. Why? You shouldn't talk about this stuff. You know I have a stalker.
I didn't talk about any stuff.
You talk about stuff.
I didn't.
I have a stalker.
I didn't say anything.
I'm telling you, I have a stalker.
Yeah, I got it.
You know that.
Good.
So
Yeah,
I should tell you, just disclosure, I don't condone what he does.
I know.
Okay,
I still gotta
stalker.
get that red scarf.
Yeah, yeah, right. What was that letter you were gonna write to him again? Oh, okay.
Oh, I had that.
Yeah. Okay.
You really want me to get into the details?
No. That's okay. That's okay.
I told you that I'm hot tonight, so
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're real hot.
I'm on fire.
Yeah.
How to scam people on LinkedIn 101. Well, first you got to start talking about massive growth. Then you put a lot of rocket ships. Then you collect 12,000 followers. Doesn't matter how. And then you start posting anything and get zero engagement. And that's how you get massive growth. Because when nobody likes your posts, that means you're growing. And there's actually another scam that's running around. People saying, just because you don't get any likes doesn't mean that nobody sees it. Yes, it does. Just people like because
I mean,
they're just justifying the fact that their shit don't work.
no. Put it easily. They're justifying the scam. No ifs and buts. No ifs ands buts about it.
No, this is saying they just.
Oh, another reaction. It's already got 7 likes.
I told you it's overcomplicating LinkedIn.
The thing is, I posted it at 9:30,
Yeah.
and it still has more than my other post that I did.
You gotta stop trying. Told you that. Play the game. Play the game. You forgot to buy
stop being smart.
pack. You forgot to buy the expansion pack. So I gave it to you today. I installed it. So now you can play that expansion pack that I installed today for you. And you'll see in a week.
People typically say stop playing smart with me. Now I'm saying start playing smart with me, but rather I just rather do. I'm gonna just start playing dumb so people know.
Yeah, you gotta be OCD.
And people buy from me.
Oh, AOC, COA, whatever. You know.
What? OCD? No. What?
AOC, OCD, BOD, CAB. I don't know what the fuck all the names are. You gotta look dumb, because otherwise people won't like you.
Yeah.
And the dumber you talk, the more popular you're gonna be. Because people be like, "Oh yeah, I could be as dumb as him."
I'm just afraid of what what effect the stream is gonna have on my digital footprint.
Oh, it's gonna be a good one.
Hmm?
Oh, it's gonna be a good digital footprint.
No, I don't think it is. It's not panning out to be so far.
Oh yeah, how do you know? I mean, your LinkedIn profile is still active.
Oh, it is. But like I said, I have a stalker. So in a week, who knows? It's left up to chance.
Well, you got to take care of him then.
I don't even know who it is. So
what do you mean take care of him? Like take care of him? Yeah, take care. No, not that. Take care of him. Just take care of him.
Yeah, here we go. Powerful reminder from Brad Pitt. Yeah, we're not cheating, guys. Powerful message from Ariana Grande. Oh my god.
One more person I never met, and I really don't want to.
What? Who?
I'm not into transgender people. Ooh, you're not supposed to say that. Well, you know.
Why are you not into them?
I am not one for jingle bells, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a jingle bells kind of guy.
No. If anybody wants to know the truth, they got to listen to Funky Cold Medina.
Well, I'm not for jingle bells, so
no, I'm gonna leave it at that because that's the most indirect joke I can make. I can't go far. You understand that?
Hey, listen. At least you got a fan. I have none.
Huh? Oh,
At least you got a fan. I have none, so sucks to be me.
Yeah, yeah.
It's better to have a stalker than nothing.
Yeah, it's really, really good. Tell it to some of the women in the audience.
Well, I'm not stalking anybody, so what are you talking about?
No, but tell them that. Oh yeah, it's better to have a stalker than nobody.
You don't understand life, really. You still don't understand life, right? Like
Well,
celebrities, like celebrities. I'm not saying every single one, but many of them,
they all have
probably,
stalkers.
probably most, they order their stalkers.
What?
Yeah, they need them because that's what makes them alive. The problem is when it crosses the line, but they want stalkers. Sometimes they inadvertently create them, but other times they actually. I know people. This is what happened because I know the paparazzis. They're friends with them. They go and
Mm.
crash a car into a tree at night, and then they call the paparazzis to come take a picture of them for the newspapers the next day. They want to be stalked because it's marketing.
Well, okay, but I thought like there's like some
There's a
stars
level.
out there. Well, that
Very
they
few.
they hate being seen in public. They don't want to
Very,
be seen in public. They hide from the public.
well, very few.
Like you
Very.
met one.
Yeah, I know. Very few.
Okay.
Very few. Majority are
You
happy.
were one.
I was never a celebrity. Hopefully,
You were.
I don't know. I don't think so, and I hope not. And I'm doing a good job of hiding, so I'm good.
No, you said like people recognize you in the store once you did one
Yeah,
thing on
they do.
TV.
Yeah, but it's a small shithole country, so it doesn't count.
As a certain politician would say.
It's not a political
What's the
podcast.
what's
I may have to kick you out if you keep talking.
Unfortunately, it's already done.
It's not. There's nothing to do with politics. What you got behind you? Nope.
Oh, you'd be surprised. I know it. I know it doesn't,
How
or
people
at the very
interpret
least, it
the
shouldn't.
story, it does not. It has nothing to do with politics. The interpretation of it
It
is personal, and I don't
At
care.
the very least, it should. Okay, but do you think
Well,
LinkedIn is going to
it
take it
is
as
not.
political?
It shouldn't. It's not. You don't give things perception. Like, well, no, this is the way you're supposed to see it. No, I don't. I'm going to see it the way I see it. The truth is only one. I'm sorry.
There is only one truth. It's not political, but people are going to see it differently.
That's their problem. But if you're going to keep talking politics, you're making it political. So I'm just saying, I'm going to kick you out if you're going to be talking politics. Was one politician? No, I don't care what he
You
said.
already said. You already said something political.
Yeah, that was
Political before.
because I just misspoke because I was looking for the.
Oh right, yeah.
I didn't say anybody's name.
You said AOC, by the way. That's okay.
CODBOC. I said OCD actually. That's what I started off with. But then I was like, oh no, it's not OCD. It's OCA, AOC, whatever.
Okay.
It's not a patented term, AOC.
Back to
Adobe Reader. What is that? AR, whatever. Oh, let me see. What politicians
back
have
into
AR acronym?
AR.
Like,
Yeah,
oh
the
yeah,
Armalite rifle. Yeah, Armalite rifle, and you can get into more politics. Yeah, whatever. Let's get back on track.
what are you talking about?
AR, Armalite rifle, and then you can get into politics because gun control and stuff like that.
I just
Yeah.
said Acrobat Reader, and you're making it into a gun control issue.
You just said you said AR something.
Yeah, AR, Acrobat Reader, AR, and then yeah, let me see what politician has AR. Let's make this political.
No.
Let's
I
make
mean,
Acrobat Reader a political issue.
anyways, and
And you
everything
exactly.
isn't.
This is your generational problem. You always, oh, let's make this into a political. Hell out of here! Come on. AR is
We're making
Acrobat
it.
Reader,
Okay.
nothing else.
That's why I'm saying go back to the tracks.
AR.
No, I don't care about that. I want to abandon it.
you wanna ban AR Acrobat Readers?
No, abandon it.
I want to ban Acrobat Reader. Well, I don't use Acrobat Reader.
That's not even funny. Okay, get back to the point.
I use Foxit PDF Reader, so it's FPR. FPR. How political is FPR? I'm sure you could come up with something. You can make it political. Anything could
Probably
be good.
not that.
Yeah.
I mean, FDR, then we're talking. But
No, it's FPDFR.
okay, then I don't. Yeah,
So yeah, let's make everything political. That's it. Look, beer. Yes, it's beer just like George Washington used to drink. Oh
depends on
no,
which
for
depending on which beer.
bullshit. You don't have to make everything political. Shut up. That's all I'm gonna say. This is
That's
the
what I'm
problem with
saying,
your generation. You're trying to make everything political.
and that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah,
Get
yeah. And
back.
let's get off this topic so we don't have to talk politics. So yeah, okay, let's go to another topic that I'm gonna make political.
No, I'm not gonna make any type of
Yes,
political. We
you
want to
are.
talk
You're
about.
making everything political. Shut up. Shut
We
up.
want to talk about something else.
What you want to talk about?
I don't care. But not.
Then I say AR, you're like, oh, you can't talk about AR. I don't care, but not that. It's like, well, then you obviously have a list of not to talk about.
Yeah, give me your story of you meeting one of your little celebrities
How
that's
is it?
worldwide known, whatever.
I don't know
Huh?
anybody. I don't know anybody who's worldwide known. I know
No,
only
total.
small little
No,
people.
yeah, small little people. Yeah,
You know, little people. You know, like you, Clark.
yes, little people.
Yeah. Any questions? Anybody in the audience? All two people? No. Okay. We'll continue.
I'm one of them.
No, you're
There were
not.
three. I am. I'm watching the live stream on another thing right now.
All right, so that's us. Okay, so you got a question for me?
I just left.
Oh, oh, you're still there though. So obviously it wasn't you. That thing is not precise. That you see the two up there. It's anywhere
It could be.
between.
What if it's 1,000?
No, it's not. But it's usually anywhere between like 1 and 5 because it's got a delay and stuff. It's kind of weird.
Mm.
But was it captions? Ticker. Let's add a ticker.
Ticker. Oh, new notification. Is that another reaction to my post? No.
Here we go.
Authenticity.
That's a word I came up with. Actually, I have two of them, but the other one was not the right spelling. It's this one.
I would. Isn't it supposed to be like only one T? Authenticity. Might be a little more catchy. I don't know.
Spell authentic.
Well, I know it's like that, but it's not supposed. If it's a combination of two words, you can eliminate the T.
I don't like to eliminate the T. I think it looks better this way. It's my word, so leave it alone. Come up with your own word, and then you change it around.
Okay, I'm removing the T. That's my word.
Okay, that's a different
Yeah,
spelling.
ta-da.
I'm gonna sue you for copyright.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can because just
Nope.
remove.
Have you trademarked the word? There's only one. There's a couple of words that are trademarked, like sky. I think the word sky you cannot use in a company name. Apparently, you remember that whole thing with the SkyDrive and OneDrive? It was some time ago, but OneDrive was supposed to be SkyDrive, but they had to rename
No, no,
because
no, 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 no. Let me correct you again. OneDrive was launched by Microsoft as a SkyDrive. And a sigh of relief that he's wrong again. But SkyDrive was the first product from Microsoft that was there because it was supposed to be a cloud, so they call it a SkyDrive. Then they had to rename it to OneDrive, but it was started as SkyDrive.
but that doesn't make sense then. Why would they have to rename retrospectively?
Because I don't
I
know.
mean,
Why
they've had the company name longer than it was trademarked for.
Well, Microsoft launched its product because it was supposed to, because everybody was working with cloud computing and cloud storage. So they made SkyDrive to
You know, I
stay in the
understand
cloud,
that.
stay in the clouds, but be authentic, differentiate.
No,
So
authentic.
for
Yeah,
that they used SkyDrive, and then they
that's the
changed it
word.
to OneDrive later.
That's the word of the night. Authentic, right here. Well,
No,
Word of the year on LinkedIn. You have to be authentic.
no.
Everywhere I see it, it's authentic. Everything is authentic.
No,
Everything's
that was
supposed to
actually that was no. Actually, if you look at it real close, it was the word of 2024, 23 even I think it was either 23 or 24.
What was it? What?
Authenticity was the word of the year in 2023, I believe.
Word of the year 2023.
Either 23 or 24.
Yeah, 23. Authentic. What?
Yeah.
Merriam-Webster's word. What?
Yep. That's why they started using it last year, everybody, because it became the
It
word of
might
the
have
year.
been. It might have been because of AI and stuff. I guess I don't know.
I don't know either. I just know that it was that.
That's actually funny.
So that's why everybody used it last year. You learn something new every day with me. Interesting.
No, but about SkyDrive, I was wondering because I know. Okay, sure, it was launched as SkyDrive, whatever. But why would they have to rename that
I
when the
did
word
that,
sky was
that I did
trademarked
not
later?
dig deeper into. I
Oh.
really couldn't care less.
I'm interested. Let's do it because it's not
Nope.
political. So stop it.
It's not political. The death of LinkedIn is political for sure.
It's not political. What do you mean it's political?
I don't know. I just said that because
Exactly.
LinkedIn is going to die in a year or two. People are
Okay,
predicting
first release of
massive
SkyDrive.
growth. People are predicting massive growth on LinkedIn, and I'm predicting massive death. Why? Because Microsoft operates it. And what is the only thing that didn't die from Microsoft yet?
I'm sorry. What?
What is the only thing that did not die from Microsoft yet?
Yet? OpenAI.
Well,
It hasn't died yet.
it's been surpassed though.
Microsoft Edge, Internet Explorer.
Down it. Explorer is dead. Dead is dead.
Okay. Edge yet. I don't know.
Yeah, Edge is a new, completely reworked Explorer. It has nothing to do with
What
original
about
Explorer.
Cortana?
Yeah. You see it in your Windows?
I mean, I've heard of it recently. They incorporated it with the other AI or something.
So they say as they were throwing it into the garbage. Yeah, way too
Well,
great.
hang on.
Oops, yeah, wrong pail. No, it's okay. Let it stay there.
They just incorporated. Hang on. Wait.
Windows is the only thing that survived so far.
Well, because I mean that's their flagship product, isn't it?
It is their only product.
No, their biggest product.
Office as well, but I mean, Word. I would say Word is the only other thing. Word and Excel. I think Excel gave
The whole Office thing is theirs too, right?
Yeah, you got
On
Libre.
Microsoft Office.
Yeah, but you got LibreOffice and stuff. And it's not really, but
Well, okay, but Microsoft Office is still alive.
It's only Word and Excel that are really driving everything because Outlook.
And they're still the most used.
Yes, and I said it's Word and Excel. When is the last time you used PowerPoint, for example, or their database software?
The thing is, I don't work in the Microsoft Office. I use Google.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I know. So there you go.
Well, it's being replaced with everything's being replaced by Canva anyway.
They're doing. They got Windows, they got Word, they got Excel. And Excel is pretty much being phased out too. Although Excel has a lot of advanced features, many people don't know how to use it. It's very complex and complicated, but it does not automate well. And so, but it is a base for a lot of transfer of data and stuff because the CSV files, they're basically Excel based files, except they're differently coded. But
There has to be something else.
no, everything else was killed by Microsoft. Whatever Microsoft acquires, it kills. It doesn't hunt to improve; it hunts to kill.
Skype, okay, sure, but okay.
Oh no, it's integrated into Microsoft Teams now. Yeah,
it's still alive.
Yeah, in the garbage pail. It's like Skype in the garbage pail.
What company hasn't done something like that? I mean, Google also probably ruined a lot of things. No,
No. You don't understand. How
I
many
guess I don't.
products does Google have?
Chrome, the whole workspace, right? Like Google Drive, right? What else do you have? I don't know the suite, the work suite. I don't know what it's called. Like the whole thing, the docs, slides, tables or no sheets, stuff like that. Everything like that.
Yeah, Sheets
That's
is Excel. It's a Fugazi Excel.
okay. Well, they have their own, Google Drive, Gmail, right? Yeah.
You got
What are you
millions of
getting?
products. Google
Okay.
Maps.
Yeah.
Have you seen Microsoft Maps?
Isn't that Waze?
No, that's Google.
I thought Waze is Google. I thought Microsoft acquired them.
If they did, they would be dead now. But they're not dead because they were not acquired by Microsoft. Because Microsoft acquires to kill.
So Microsoft Maps, I don't know. I've recently been on them once.
Yeah, it's MapQuest actually.
What about it? What, did it die before or something, and then got reincarnated, or
What, MapQuest?
yeah?
No, MapQuest is the original maps. They were first. They were before Google. But
Oh,
Microsoft acquired them, so now Google dominates the market, and MapQuest no longer exists, and Microsoft Maps is something nobody uses.
they also have Apple, right? What about
Fine, but
Apple? Yeah,
we're talking
that's
about
a good
No,
question.
no. Again, my point is no matter what Microsoft gets, it kills.
Is that just
Microsoft,
Microsoft though? I'm asking that.
what?
Is that just Microsoft?
But pretty much Microsoft has a pretty good track record. It only
How come
keeps,
SkyDrive is still alive? 2007. That's a pretty old service, isn't it?
yeah. But
Hmm.
is it the biggest?
I don't know. Maybe. What's the biggest?
Only because it's got government contracts.
Oh, well, what's the biggest?
I would say probably Google and Amazon is a big competitor too.
What does Amazon have? I don't.
AWS, Amazon Web Services,
Okay, but they don't have a drive, do they? Like a Sky
m-
thing.
much more, much more robust than Microsoft probably at some level.
Hmm.
But anyway, we're back to acquisitions.
Back to
Okay,
SkyDrive. I actually
so,
have it
so you
pulled
got
up here.
Windows, you got Exchange, which is still server, cloud, compute, email services and stuff. You got Word and you got Excel, and you got your OneDrive services that they're trying to incorporate everything and run everything on there from now. But they're still it's a work in a process and stuff. But they have no other services that are viable or you know that are sustainable because everything they acquired to improve and to be more competitive, they just killed.
Hmm.
Microsoft does not have a good track record of integrating stuff. So they acquired LinkedIn, but give them time. Give them time.
Hmm.
LinkedIn is on
Okay.
its way out. It's a dying platform.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems like there's new people joining every day. It's
Yeah,
been around though.
that's why it's time to leave.
Okay. Well, anyways, what was this? So in 2000, Microsoft became involved in a lawsuit with British television broadcaster Sky UK for using the word Sky. But that was in 2013 when they released in 2007.
Yeah. And
So I
then
don't know
once
how
they
come they could force them to rename
because
when they were the first ones.
look how old is Sky News.
Sky UK. Oh, that might make sense. Yeah. Oh, 1990. But how do you even? Okay, uh, whatever.
Using it
It's still
publicly.
like Sky Drive. But they can do this to any company named Sky something, right?
Well, that's why you don't have any companies called Sky.
Stupid.
Well, they've been around longer. So if you're using Sky, then they don't want that affiliation, and so therefore they're protecting their intellectual
It's the word
property.
sky though. That's not intellectual sky. That's one of the most everyday like words.
Yeah, but it's not about the word itself. It's about the connection.
I get that, but
Because if
that's
what
like
you
trying to
say is
trademark.
true, you couldn't even say the sky is blue, because once you say the sky is blue, you would be in copyright infringement. But you're not connecting it to marketing your own stuff. But if you said Sky Global Productions, then you are using the word sky in a manner that would be giving you that would be sort of uh, feeding off of the Sky popularity, the brand, and you can't
I
do that.
think SkyDrive. I think OneDrive and Microsoft are way more popular than Sky because I didn't even know of Sky before OneDrive. So yeah, okay,
Well, but
stupid.
SkyDrive no longer exists, so you don't have that problem.
Yeah, I guess so. Another notification. What is this one? Somebody posted. My office is looking for people to work from home anywhere in the U.S. All online and full trading provided. Hurry up, call me. No previous experience required. Create your own schedule, weekly direct deposit. How does the saying go? If it sounds too good to be true,
A medvídek
what?
akorát přidal příspěvek před 6 minutami.
I didn't know he's still awake. That's interesting.
Tak je to tvoje time zone.
You should not be speaking that language. That's sorcery here.
There's
On
nothing wrong with the language of gods.
gods.
Yes.
Language of gods is supposedly Latin or Hebrew.
Well,
Arabic.
language of beer gods is Czech. La crème de Bohème.
Where was the first beer invented?
In the land of the beer gods.
No, not Bohemia. No, I believe it was the ancient Sumerians that actually invented beer, but that's okay.
Are you going to give me a lesson on beer now? Are you literally want to give me a lesson on beer?
Hey, you got that talking bubble right there. Okay.
Yeah, I'll give you a bubble.
Okay. Give us your lesson.
That's the language.
Good lesson. Good lesson.
Beer was invented in Czech Republic.
Oh, right, because you take the only beer that's correct is lager, right?
Yep.
Or pilsner or something.
Yep.
Okay. Anything else is what? Not beer or something?
Yep. You're right. There you go. Finally got it.
So, well, I understand Budweiser is not beer.
It is, because it is the
But-
same lager taken from Czech Republic.
Okay, but it's not beer, is it?
It is.
You don't look at Bud Light and think beer.
Not taste wise, no, it has nothing to do with beer, but the process of making is beer like.
What about Guinness?
That's a stout.
Okay, but is that beer?
No.
No.
No, it's a stout.
Okay. Oh man.
Is IPA a beer?
No.
There you go.
It's a pale ale.
There you
So
go.
any ale and any stout is not beer?
Nope.
So what about Carolina Ale House? So that's it's not beer.
Well, there you go. It's all in the name. Just got to think about it a little bit. But yeah, it's the only beer that what we consider beer today. This is sort of semantics, and it's sort of like cultural development. But the most sold beer is the Czech version of beer, which is the bottom fermented lager. But so that's
Okay.
sort of the synonym. Maybe 200 years ago, before the bottom fermented lager came around, something else was called beer.
I
But
thought
now
that was
basically
beer,
beer
like
became this light stuff, a little darker, a little lighter, whatever. But it's different. And then you have mead, which is what most people refer to. Is mead was what was originally the beer because it's very sugary and it's a little different from beer, but it's mead. It's similar, but it's not beer because it's made differently.
so. What did the monks then? Back
Generally
in the
mead.
deep times,
Generally
made?
mead. Yeah, mead, which is not beer. Would not classify that as beer today. So it's funny, but that's just people are like, oh, that's not. Yes, it is. It's true. Czechs gave birth to the most consumed version of beer today, what we consider. Same way cider is not a beer, although it's made in very closely resembling way to a beer. It's not really a beer. It's an apple cider.
I told you the Sumerians and truly invented beer. Ha ha ha! Told you, told you, told you. Ha 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 ha!
Says the
Yeah.
Wikipedia of people that don't drink beer. Okay.
No, no, no. It says an AI overview, and actually some sort of other thing.
What constituted it a beer?
According to Czech legend, deity Radegast, god of hospitality, invented beer.
Yeah, but that's chachari. That's something else. They always lie.
So what about Radegast? Is that beer?
Yes,
Or Gambrinus?
because it's made
Gambrinus is the king of beer. Hmm?
Gambri Hnus is not beer.
Could you
It's the
translate for our
water. It's
audience
the
what you just
water
said?
that they use to flush Pilsner Urquell pipes with.
Why would they contaminate Pilsner or Kel with that then?
No, they don't.
Well,
Once they brew Pilsner Urquell, then you have those big tubs.
yeah, I know.
Then you have to flush them out. They pour a lot of water and flush out the remains to clean the Pilsner Urquell. Except they don't throw it into the wastewater, the sewer. They put it into barrels and kegs and they sell it as Gambrinus.
I hope that's not true.
Well, it tastes like it anyway.
Okay. And so who truly invented beer? Let's ask ChatGPT. It's gonna know. It's gonna know.
Well, first define beer.
Earliest evidence, okay, Mesopotamia, sure, it's the Sumerians, China, Egypt, and Babylon.
Yeah, they're rice shit.
No, I mean the modern most sold beer
Type.
type.
Come on.
Snow beer. Yeah. Quit. Jehua Pijuju. It's some
Yeah,
Chinese stuff.
Fuchsia did that. Yeah, while he was cutting up cheese at the mountains
It's
of the
so popular,
Pyrenees.
but it's sold almost exclusively in China.
Yeah. And what is it made from? Rice. Okay.
Most sold beer type. Yeah, okay.
It's not beer.
What is? Oh, the most sold beer type. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Light lager. And it was invented by Grolsch.
Let me do this.
Fucking gonna be teaching me. I said show.
No, I'm not teaching you. It's just
It disappeared. Do it again.
It's still there for me. Hang on. Stop it. Share. Okay, it should be good.
There you
Got
go.
it? Yeah.
That's all. What else you want me to say?
Nothing. I just wanted to show it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's wow. Okay.
Again? Come again? The language of the gods.
It was revolutionary at the time.
It was revolutionary to this day because nobody else came up with a different recipe yet.
If you're drinking a Bud, Miller, Heineken, or even Asahi, you're drinking the great grandchild of what Josef Groll brewed.
Yep, 1842. Exactly. See, you learn something new every day. Just never challenge
But
me again.
why does this taste like shit? I've never had this, and this tastes like shit too. I've never had this.
Which one?
Bud tastes like crap. Heineken tastes like crap, and I never tasted Miller or Asahi.
Because Heineken uses rice in their recipe, and
That's disgusting.
Budweiser because at one point you got to stop the fermentation process, and you could do it naturally, which is very time consuming. Gambrinus uses alcohol, pure alcohol, like the denatur alcohol, whatever they call it, the rubbing alcohol. Is
Ugh.
you put a little rubbing alcohol into the beer, and it kills all the yeast and stuff. And Budweiser actually used to use, I don't know, this is years ago, maybe they changed it now, but it tasted disgusting because they use tar.
You put
That's
it in
what,
beer?
yeah, they put
Ugh.
tar into the beer to kill the yeast because otherwise, the yeast ferments, and the longer you let it ferment, the more alcohol and the thicker the taste will be. But at some point,
Yeah,
you don't want a 25% alcohol beer, so you got to stop the fermentation process to keep the alcohol
yeah,
level at a certain level. So there's a bunch of ways to do it. So, for example, Budweiser uses tar. Gambrinus uses pure alcohol thing, rubbing alcohol or something. So when you drink Gambrinus, you taste that it's got a tail of like if you're drinking like vodka, sort of, but like disgusting vodka. But and in order to maintain the foam, for example, Heineken used rice to make the beer foam. But if you use rice in the beer, you're not really using the original recipe for A, and for B, you're also giving a little bit of disgusting taste. So
and
it's
also
different approaches.
you're making your beer into food.
Well, rice really stinks when you sort of burn it or use a different way and stuff, and so it's kind of like, but yeah, it's
Oh my gosh!
anyway. I gotta
No,
go
no, no.
change my.
Give me a topic to talk about before you
You
step
could
out.
keep continue reading the stuff about beer, educate people on why Czech Republic is
I'm
the
not.
gods of beer.
I know they're the most. Okay, just yeah, okay.
The gods of beer. The
Go,
gods.
go,
Beer gods.
go. So,
Go beer gods.
shh, to our live audience of a grand total of me and him. Let me actually check. I'm curious. How many more people join if there are any? I hope Alfredo joins tonight. Maybe he does. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he's already here. We just don't know it. And we have 0 viewers. Awesome. Okay. So, the Czech Republic is the biggest consumer of beer per capita, #1 in the world. I forgot how many gallons it is. Maybe like, I think it's like 30 gallons per person per year. Uh, that's how much people drink there. That nation of 10 million people. So yeah, just try 10 million times 30 gallons. That's how much a year that nation drinks. It's pretty crazy. And not only not only beer. That's only beer, mind you. Then comes all the other liquor types and then wine and stuff like that, and it all basically crosses in the Czech Republic: beer, spirits, and wine. It's like the center of alcohol. Are you back yet? No, he's just blowing his nose. Okay, awesome. Come to my live stream tomorrow. I actually had a background ready, but I couldn't use it because my face keeps popping out, in and out. It's join my Sunday live stream tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern. Come say hello. We'll be talking about some very interesting things that happened this week and that even might happen this week.
Show us your banner.
Uh, okay, sure. You'll have to disappear for a second, though. Well, actually, no. I actually realized you don't have to. But
We
anyway,
both disappear once you share your screen.
no. It's fine. I forgot which one it is. this one, isn't it? It is. Okay, share screen. The photo. Oh, I cannot. Oh, no, I can. There it is. Is it sharing? There it is.
I have to approve it every time. So
I don't know. So that's it. Watch my live stream every Sunday.
I was
What?
talking about the batter for tomorrow.
This is it.
Yeah, this is your banner in your profile.
No, this is the
Which
banner
people-
that I have.
which people can buy from me for an exclusive price of $3.99.
Yeah, cue the ad commercial. Yeah, talk for another 30 seconds about something else while I find it.
Yeah, the product placement. Product placement. Yeah, I want royalties from this one. But yes, you could you could get a profile makeover for an excellent price of $3.99 a piece.
If I show a certain product,
you not only get the banner, you also get the about section, the profile picture, and also, and the kids really love this one, Spaceballs the flamethrower.
Yeah, of course. If I show what I have, what product I'm drinking currently, I'll get banned and probably kicked out of school. So let's not do that.
And it's good to inform people so that they know where to go to see you to get banned and kicked out.
Right.
So
that's
just
right. I don't care anymore.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, exactly. So this might. Well, I mean, everybody's seen this photo, right?
Full screen.
Oh,
F11, 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 F11.
You can present. It's fine.
It's too small.
It's not. It's the full screen right now.
No, it's not. You could just do full screen on that banner thing.
That's the only thing I can do, or get it closer. I don't know.
I don't see it. There's no change. F11.
Oh wait. Because I'm on a different tab. Of course I am. Here.
Now it's a little bigger. Now it's a little bigger. Yeah, full screen. Hey.
There you go. Yeah, of course. I know.
How many times?
Yeah,
how many times do I have to say this? Listen to me what I'm saying and don't argue.
How do you like it?
Because when I'm saying you're doing it the wrong way, you're doing it the wrong way. Now this is the right way. Yes, this is the right way now.
Okay. Yeah. So I changed the picture up a little bit, but I like this one.
That's fine.
I'm going to use it next time. Share the status.
I don't understand why that is blue up there, but hey.
Exactly. To make you look at the logo. Bam. Product placement.
That's pretty stupid, but okay.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. When it's by me, it's stupid. But when you make a little shrapnel there, that is fine. That's completely fine, of course.
Yeah, but shrapnel is intentional.
Yeah, that is intentional. Actually, I actually thought about that. I know it's blue for a reason.
Yeah,
just like the LinkedIn, just like the little LinkedIn phone is blue.
Yeah, but see, this is much better now with the white. It's got to. I will explain my criticism if you allow me. We'll listen and learn something. Is if you want something to stand out, the background can, in general, be darker than what you want to stand out because it kind of drowns in the darkness. Něco jako medvídko a fotka.
Yeah, you can share that one. You can put it on stream right there.
So you don't want dark.
How do you feel?
Exactly. That's what happens when you get into the dark stuff. You just don't want to. That's why I'm saying you could have used something brighter, lighter than that logo to make that logo stand out. But it's got to stand out by either you're gonna have to do an outline and put it into a brighter field, like a lighter field, so that it stands out. But if you make the background darker, it sort of engulfs and pulls in that, so that it doesn't stand out.
Yeah, totally.
So I tell people, you want to stand out on LinkedIn, don't use your funeral home photo, your obituary photo.
Everybody does.
I know, and that's why it's stupid.
Let's see. Did I get a new like on my post? Probably not. No. Everybody's asleep now. Maybe the African or Indian cavalry will come.
Still waiting for the African cavalry.
We got 8 likes on the post now.
I only got 4 or 5 or 6 or something.
That's great. You know how long that post took to make? About 1 minute. I'm that good. That's how authentic I am, guys. The thing is, I'm always writing like everybody knows how to spot AI and how to see AI, but I just realized like not a lot of people know what AI text looks like even.
Not a lot of people give a shit.
Yeah.
I would say that's the number one problem.
You just gotta feed them what they want to hear.
No, you just gotta make it sound smart so they feel like they don't understand. When they don't feel like they understand, they feel that you're smarter. So,
Yeah, okay.
well, we don't understand what he's trying to say, but that's got to be real smart. I really appreciate that. It's called
Yeah, okay.
manipulation. No, it's a fact.
I mean, yeah, I get that, but do I want to manipulate people and be like that one guy who
Are
killed half
you
of Europe?
are you on LinkedIn?
Huh?
Are you on LinkedIn?
I am, but I'm not that guy who killed half of
Then
Europe.
yes, you do want to manipulate people.
Okay. I don't like it though. I don't like lying.
Yeah, I don't either. That's why I got to leave LinkedIn.
You should call it like you see it, like that. How do I put this? The cream guy. The translation of. Uh, oh gosh, what is this? Still not sharing anything. It's a blank screen.
Who? What? Me? You?
Uploading image PNG processing. Oh, awesome.
No.
Happy birthday to Medvedek.
Ne. To je veselé narozeniny. Všechno nejlepší k narozeninám Medvídku.
Why do we have this on screen currently? Why did you pull this up?
I don't know. I'm trying
You don't know.
something. No, I'm trying something, but I obviously this is.
Medvídek by měl přijít na stream teďka.
No,
Pozvěl tam, pozvaš tam zpráv.
This just goes to show you how much I don't give a shit anymore.
I mean, yeah, we promised that we wouldn't call out anybody, but it's unfortunate. It's just we're not calling him out. We're just showing his birthday.
Nebudu nikoho kolautovat, já se nebudu o nikoho zmiňovat. Já to chci jenom, bys to viděl ty.
Co děláš? Ty ti nabral se.
No.
Schovej hry uchyla, vole.
Počkej.
Medvídek dá JPEG. Co vymýšlíš, vole?
Já jsem to chtěl, I don't want to show it though. Well, anyway, too late.
What are you doing? I just noticed they got 1 repost and no likes. Oof.
Jeez. Too late. I didn't want to show it. I didn't want to show it though. I don't want to show it. I want to see like in the background, like add scene, but I just don't want the scene to be seen.
You mean like you want to put it in the background?
Yeah, because I can't put it into the private chat. That's what I'm just testing now. Can't put it into a private chat.
I think you can. Hang on, let me take a screenshot. Should be able. Oh, never mind. You can't. Wow.
What?
You can't. Interesting. You can't paste an image into the private chat.
No, you can't paste an image in there. That's why I'm trying to add a scene.
You can put it behind you. You want to do that?
Yeah, in my background. Yeah, that'd be great. You could put it behind me, but nobody can see it. That'd be fucking awesome. I'm just trying. Listen.
But I'm trying to figure out like how do you want to do this?
Yeah, no, I have like, but I guess you wouldn't be able to see because I have scenes like add scene on the left hand side.
Uh-huh.
But like, let's say I would like upload like 5 pictures, and I want to only show one of them and not all of them, and so you can hide it and sort of not hide whatever. Fuck it, I don't care. I'm not doing this anymore. But yeah, I mean, that's the authenticity anyway. You show game show from the '90s. Okay,
Right, celebrity.
my point exactly. That's what I was trying to get to. But
Oh, I remember Supermarket Sweep. You showed me that one. It's actually
yeah,
an awesome show.
so that's Medvedev's favorite promo.
It's my favorite show. Well, not really favorite. I mean, I have other shows, but that's a good show. Game show.
Not after tonight.
It has one repost and no likes. Who else reposted it? Oh, his company profiled it. Okay. Yeah, I'll go like it up with mine. I'll go show him some love.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Happy early birthday at Paul. Great banner.
Great picture. Great post. Oh, I love your ideas. They're so original, especially the watermelon emoji. Pickled watermelon. Yep. Or is it a virus? I don't know.
Interesting.
Is it a pickle or a virus?
What? Oh, that? I don't know. Actually, you can copy paste that and then search it up, and it'll tell you what it is. It's a pickle, a cucumber.
No, it's a pickle. Yeah,
That's
it's a pickle. But it's so damn similar to the virus. I was wondering what that message was. Whether it was a coded message for the Chinese spy network.
Yeah, right, totally. How do I know this is a very? Look at me. There's a very authentic post. Okay, how do I know that? There's 4 hyphens in there.
Hyphens are cool.
Hyphens are really authentic, guys.
They're
really
cool.
authentic.
No, but they're cool. Makes you look smart.
Real smart. When you could literally break up a sentence in any other way. I've never seen like hyphens so overused as nowadays with, you know,
You
the
should see the
authentic
amount of
bots.
you should see the amount of rocket chips that are being used.
No, I understand rocket chips. That's fine. But the amount of hyphens, I don't know where ChatGPT comes up with that.
What are you talking about? Like a rocket ship is okay?
If you want to use an emoji, that's an emoji. That's okay. But hyphens are so
Let me
not
look
used.
original. Let me look original. So I'm gonna put a rocket ship at the start. I'm gonna start my post with a rocket ship.
Let me look original. Let me put hyphen in between every single sentence so it totally
Nobody
doesn't
goes
look
that
like.
far anyway, so it doesn't matter. If you think
Huh?
anybody reads as far as the hyphen, you're crazy.
They just what? They just like it or something? That's
Yeah,
it.
nobody gets like. What I wonder what this percentage of people that actually get to a hyphen is. I would probably put it under 5%.
Well, his hyphen is in literally the.
And since there is 0 likes on that post, I think that
No,
the amount of people that actually got to the hyphen would be like 1.
it's recent. That being himself, but it's recent. Oh, it's Jeff Veal. It's my friend whose podcast I was on.
Yeah, we're having a
It's that,
pickle.
yeah, it's that. It's the Aussie dude living in the Philippines. How you doing?
Oh, one of the few normal people on LinkedIn. You mean a rarity, a human?
Yeah, very smart. Very smart. Tell you what. What else do we have?
So he's in Philippines. That means hello,
Yeah.
Jeff. What time is it where you are? Like 6 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock? What is it?
Time in Manila. I'll look.
Or is it the afternoon?
It's afternoon actually. Just afternoon. It's GMT +8.
1 o'clock, 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just having a pickle with Medvedek.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna wash it down with a fresh watermelon. And I'm not even gonna get into the chicken.
Oh yeah. Okay.
No stereotypes. Those are evil. Pickled watermelon chicken.
Pickle. Whatever. Don't get into that. You're getting in a lot of trouble. Okay. Whatever.
You are in trouble already.
Well, what else? Midday, yeah. See? Finally a live audience.
All right.
No Alfredo.
Alfredo's busy at his new job now.
Oh, we can invite him. You can send him a link to the studio.
Send him a link.
Send
I
him a
think
link.
he's busy usually at this time.
Well, we'll see how long we go. Maybe he'll show up. One more comment. Good to hear. Anyways.
Midday. It's more fun. I'm Philippines.
It's more fun in the Philippines. Yeah. I bet.
It's fun wherever you are. As long as you got beer, Jeff. As long as you got beer, you always make fun, no matter where you are.
Yeah, probably not in broad daylight. Well, maybe on a sun. Depends.
Broad daylight is good. Just don't do it too often. Like you go to a lunch in Czech Republic on a Wednesday, no Thursday.
Okay,
Thursday.
but you're not getting bad. You're not getting blackout drunk, are you?
No. You come back Sunday night. You go to lunch on a Thursday afternoon or lunch 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Your friends are there, and they're like, oh yeah, hey, what's up? Let's have a little shot of Slivovitz. So you're like, oh yeah, hey guys, yeah, sure. Let's have that goulash with the dumplings and a couple of beers and a shot of Slivovitz on a Thursday afternoon. And then you come back on Sunday, You get back home.
Are you speaking? It sounds like you're speaking from experience.
That very personal experience.
Yeah. I don't know how the Philippines is with alcohol. I know, for example, I know how it's with drugs over there. Most of the southeastern countries actually have I know Indonesia has a capital punishment for any drugs. So yeah. What are you looking at?
I'm looking at how I'm disappearing on the live stream.
Disappearing?
Yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch to the mobile.
Not disappearing for me. You're still here.
No, I'm saying like it's fuzzy. I see the look and I'm fuzzy all.
Yeah, you kind of are
breaking apart, so that means I have to shut this off. I'm gonna turn on mobile hotspot, so I'm gonna just blink here a little bit, but it's not gonna drop. It's just I'm gonna switch.
Blink. Go ahead, blink.
All right, I'm gonna be blinking soon, so watch out. Hold on to your hats. We're gonna be blinking.
And he's blinked out already. And he's blinked back in now. Oh, that's weird.
Blink right back in. Let me switch back over. Ooh,
just stop that. Stop.
Yep, we're bleeped right back out. Yeah, but this has got a faster upload speed because I'm at the hotel, and the hotel is Saturday night. A lot of people are back, and so they're uploading.
You're always at a hotel.
I'm at a hotel tonight. It's quite exceptional. I haven't been in a hotel I can't remember when. You got to be authentic. You got to say that. You got to tell the truth. This is what it is. This is LinkedIn. You got to speak the truth.
Get high on life. No drugs needed.
Well said. Well, beer helps, Jeff. Beer helps. It's not a drug. Beer is the nectar of gods. My son has just learned that. If you missed that lesson, rewind back later. It was about 10 minutes ago that I was giving him a lesson on the nectar of gods. No.
Before. It was like 50, 20 something minutes ago, 25 maybe.
Whatever, 17 and a half. If you click through it, you will find it. My son is arguing with me, telling me
Can
that
he even
beer.
rewind it? I thought you can't rewind live streams. I don't
Watching
think
a
you can.
rerun, go to NCWebDev YouTube channel, and you could just rewind it and spot it and just click right through it, and you'll find it.
You
Just,
should.
just remember, it happened before 1:20. That means you only got an hour and 20 minutes to click through to find it. The lesson on beer and why Czech language is the language of gods. And what do you mean gods? I said the beer gods. What do you mean beer gods? Beer is older than Czech Republic. No, it's not. It is actually technically because it's Austro-Hungary, but that's a different story altogether again.
Oh gosh, it's still Prague, and it was a Czech guy who did it. Maybe he was speaking German. I don't know, but
No.
what?
If you want to know the truth, all you got to do is ask me. I will tell you.
Tell me.
Mr. Groll was German.
Okay.
He was a German. He was a German brewer, and Pilsen invited him to the Pilsner City Brewery to make beer for them. So they hired him to make beer because he was a beer maker. He was a brewer, master brewer. Except in Germany, they had a different recipe. And so he came to Pilsen and he said, okay, so I need, and he gave him a list of ingredients, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. They said, sorry, man, we don't got that shit over here. And so what do you got? So they said, well, we got this. So he used different ingredients to make beer. The process sort of remained the same, except he had to use the local ingredients that were available in Czech Republic. So it was a German guy that invented it, but he invented it because he came to Pilsen, Bohemia, where the things he was accustomed to back in Germany were scarce. They just didn't have them, so he had to come up with a whole new recipe, and that's how lager was born. Because he couldn't use the same strategy that he used before, so that's what it was. But anyway, so this is why Czech Republic is the country of beer gods, and Czech is the language of gods. Beer gods, but gods, doesn't matter. We're still number one global creator of Beerathons.
It does matter because if you said it to my mom, you know what she'd say.
Yeah, God rest her intelligence.
I love you, Mom. That's all I'm gonna say.
What would she say?
What would she say about what?
No, I don't know what you were saying. You started something.
Oh, she'd say you're like a heretic or something, or that you're what's that word called? You're blasphemizing. I don't know. That is blasphemy. You should not do blasphemy.
About
saying
what?
Saying that Czech is the language of gods when it's
Well, the simplest definition of God.
depends on which one.
The simplest. What is God?
An omnipotent.
One word. One word. Simplest. One word.
I don't know.
One word to describe God. Oh, we're getting
Almighty.
this Sunday sermon. What?
Almighty.
Almighty what? Almighty is not a verb. Is not a noun.
And I don't know.
Creator.
Okay.
And the Czechs are creator of beer, so they are gods of beer.
Of beer, but when you say like, oh, they're gods,
you can skip a word or two. It doesn't have to be precise.
Okay. Then you're basically angering 3/4 of the world population.
Berata. Nectu.
Verata. Just clear my throat, yeah.
Yeah.
Two Beerathon. That's good. Okay, let's take
Well,
them.
did you say the words exactly? Well, maybe not every single syllable, but yeah, pretty much I said it. So the checks are just basically the gods. Maybe not every single syllable, but yeah, I pretty much said it. It's simple. It's not. It's Nektu Barata. No, it's Klatu Barata.
Beerathon.
Klatu
There was.
Barata.
Should have told Jeff to like my newest authentic post.
Yes, like our post, Jeff.
He's not here anymore, unfortunately.
Oh, he'll come back.
Maybe. What else? It's already it's Sunday for you. Of course it is.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Typing.
What are you typing?
Well, I just posted it.
Like, bro, Jeff, please, pretty please switch your guns.
Well, what the?
Já bych taky tego od medvídka, aby nám to like.
No. Děkuji.
Medvídku.
Šup.
Mě zajímalo, počkej, já si tam napíšu.
Uchyl média.
At medvídek.
Uchyl média.
To by naskočilo, ale tam, no.
Harry Uchyl.
Penzion medvídek, no vidíš. Hashtag, to je zajímalo. Harry Uchyl. No, nothing popped up. Dang. There's 3 viewers again. There's not only just the two of us. Just saw it.
I got 3.
Comments, say hi. Don't be shy.
Don't be hiding around in the corner. Come out into the public.
Oh, person's gone. They hate when you call them out.
You're being too nasty to the people.
I'm being nasty. Just tell them to say hi. To not be scary. To not be scared. Oh, there's another one. I saw the 3. Hang on.
Yeah, we got Pankaj Chahal. Like 11 others reacted to your post.
11 others? Oh.
Yeah, this one, mine, the number 1 global LinkedIn creator of Beerathons.
Oh, no, 12 already. Those 12 reactions.
I said Pankaj Chahal and 11 others.
It's awesome.
That's what I was talking about. So that's what it was. Peter Rillo reposted about new celebration. Start as an advisor. Don't know that. And Jeff Bialy and 2 other commented on the post. And how many likes do you got so far? 6, 7, 8?
8.
Yep. And me. Let me add you a 9th one. Keep the stream going. Keep the string of celebrations going. Party on. Inflation like to go at Musk OpenAI trial set.
Oh, get the hell out of here.
I'm looking just now. I'm just reading top news, top stories on LinkedIn. But stock market carnage erases $6 trillion.
Let's talk about that because that's not even political. I want to discuss the dynamics of that. How can suddenly just 6 trillion? How can they just say that number?
Well, because the 46,000 is an index, and each one of those stocks has a certain value, and then you just multiply that because so then you multiply it by the amount of stocks, by the price of the stock, by the amount of stocks. So then if each stock goes down by 12%, then easily you get to the value of whatever, 6 trillion. That's a simple thing, but it's just adjustment. There's nothing else. That's why since we don't have a gold standard, it's very easy to come up with these numbers because it's just, fiat money. So you just print more, you shred some, you print some, do whatever you want, It's all good.
Yeah, let me see. Wait, where are we live again? My Norwegian friend wants to join in.
Well, it's NC Web Dev.
Well, I'm trying to find it, but I can't see the YouTube channel. Oh, here it is. Never mind.
NC Web Dev.
I found it.
NC Web Dev YouTube channel.
And
I don't put this on yours because you would be embarrassed to talk about beer and Medvedek and all that other stuff.
Hang on, I can't hear you because okay, there we go. That's the one right here. Copy and send. He told me to better start my weekly reflection. I'm going to tell him that doesn't start until tomorrow.
Wait a couple of hours. We'll be back right after these
Yeah.
messages in 12 hours. 11 and a half hours left to go. Hopefully you get a little bit of a nap before then.
Oh, I will. I mean, we cannot go longer than 2 a.m. and that's completely fine with me.
Because Snow White would not wake up after that.
No. Don't bring anything like that. I don't want to talk about it.
You can only wake up Snow White before 11 or 2, 3, 4, whatever.
No. I mean, I'll be up on, I set my alarm for, 8. Yeah, 8, actually 8:30. I set my alarm for 8:30, so I'll be awake by then. No matter what.
Shipko Aruzhenka, Sleeping Beauty. Yeah, that's it. Well,
Yeah,
not
it's
Snow
not
White.
Snow
It's
White.
Sleeping Beauty. I get the two confused. It's okay. They both slept their asses off, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about movies. Yes, Snow White, for example.
No. Any other movie, literally any other movie.
No, it was just, stock market just comes up with numbers and it drops, goes up and stuff. And the one thing
They can also manipulate it too, right? They could just, it's an index. That means they have the 10 best performing companies and they can just switch out.
there's sort of there's rules. I don't know what they are. They're sort of you have to maintain certain amount of growth. It's not size of company and growth and
they can manipulate it in any case.
Performance, and if one company goes bankrupt, they'll just put a different one in there, so that therefore that still keeps growing and stuff. But then
even the trading, if it goes -5, they'll stop trading.
Then you have incidences like this, like when it's like everything is dropping, and so that's when the other rules kick in and stuff. But if you want to talk about that, well, I'm going to say one thing: no matter what happens, it's irrelevant because I'm going to show Dow Jones today. Okay, we're using Microsoft Bing right here. And let me get
great.
Yes, because, another search engine that's being killed off by Microsoft. But actually, Microsoft invented it. It just sucks. But share the screen here. Dow Jones. And there you go. Medvedek. See?
It's a sign.
Aside from the beer gods. But this is what I'm talking about. You have a last week. Oh no, it's dropping. It's dropping. It was up at 42,000. Now it's down to 38,750. Ooh. And it's actually even worse than that because it used to be 43,800. Now it's only, look at that drop. That means we're dying. Then you take Max into consideration. And the one thing you see since 1985,
it's the biggest. See, no. We're focusing on the end there. You see that little drop? No, not even a little. The big drop off is bigger than 2020. You see that?
What are you talking about?
Look at the very end there. You compare the drops. The dip is huge.
Wait,
at the very end,
28,000 went down to
catch it here.
21,000. That's 7,000 points out of 28,000. So that's basically what?
That's recession.
No. What is that? How many percentages is that? From 28 to 21.
Quarter.
Exactly. And here you went what? 44, 45 to 38.
Oh, right. Okay, I got it now.
So it's nothing. Here you went from 13 to 8. It's a big motherfucking drop off from 13 to 8. It's almost 50%. But the point is, no matter what happens, no matter what the drop is, see, it went from 28 to 21 to 35.
Yeah. Okay.
So, and ever since the existence of the stock market, this has been just going up. And yes, it's not going up in a steady thing. So, but at least when it goes down by 25%, news have something to write about. But the one thing that comes out is it's always going to come up. But this drop is half of what happened during COVID. But they can't say that. They can't say that COVID was a 25% drop and now it's only 12. They got to use the 6 trillion, which is, oh no, my God, 6 trillion. Oh shit. Yeah, it's only 12%.
It's still pretty big.
I'm not saying it's not big, but you want to do things differently. What do you got to do?
You got a new comment.
I don't see it.
It's on YouTube. I mean, you should see it.
I'll see it. I'm just gonna stop sharing the screen and put it on the thing.
Yeah, that's the Norwegian guy. Yes, that's him.
Yeah, now is a good time to invest. Exactly. Jackal.
Hopefully, it doesn't keep dropping.
No, well, that's the only problem is that's why you don't invest all in at any given point because it always go lower.
Don't be a day trader.
So basically, what you do is when it's on a downturn, you invest every say couple of days, couple of weeks, whatever it is, however long you invest a little bit more. And like, oh, it's dropped again. All right, let me put more money into it. It's dropped again. All right, let me put more money into it. It's a paradox.
It's gambling at that point.
No, it's not. This is how what's his face made the money. The 90-year-old guy, richest man in America, investor, Berkshire Hathaway. What's his name?
Oh, Warren Buffett.
Yeah,
Warren Buffett. I don't know.
Yeah, Warren Buffett. But that's what he did. Is he was always buying the things that were dropping. Of course, you're not going to buy a fly-by-night scheme, but like let's say Microsoft drops by 50% tomorrow, well, buy it because the odds that it's just going to go to zero are pretty darn low.
But if you're buying every single dip,
you got to buy on the dips.
Okay.
And again, you got to just like investment. You just got to spread your money. You don't go all in on one thing.
And you got to leave it in there, not be like day traders who trade it minute by minute.
That's what it is. Is okay, and you got to be expecting to wait like 5 years, or a year, or 2 years, or something. But you don't buy and sell the next day. That's what day traders do. That's what panics the market. That's why they have the safeguards against that, against the day traders. And 99 or 95 or something like that, some crazy number above 90 of day traders lose money regularly. Nobody makes money on day trading. So, but if you're investing, you should be celebrating right now, is because there's a great reshift that's happening and the markets are adjusting to that. Yes, there's uncertainty now because nobody knows which company is going to make the most money and you're trying to speculate on which one's going to come out the best. But if you buy in like an index, it's going to come up by 12%. You're bound to make about, if you're putting, like, let's say you put it into a Dow Jones index right now, you're bound to make 12% within a year or two, at least. But since it's going to go up, you're probably going to make 20%. That's just the way money works. That's the way markets work. It's bullshit. It's just, again, it's scheming people. It's not just scams. It's like betting on sports and stuff, except you're betting on companies. But the fact is, the companies are not going away. I mean, Amazon's not going to go bankrupt next year. I don't know what their stock performance is because I don't watch it now. But if it dropped by 10%, hey, it's a good time to buy. And the same thing happened with Nike the other time, a couple of years ago, when they had that big
technically,
thing.
By this logic, publicly traded companies cannot go bankrupt ever.
They can.
Because people will always buy the dip. No,
Some will speculate, but there could be like times where less people will actually bet on them than
okay, but
some.
that's like a depression type of deal.
Exactly. And that's the point
Yeah.
is unless like the whole country's going to shit, most companies, especially the ones that are on the Dow index, chances are you're going to go up. And the Dow index, like you said before, they're going to just remove one company and they're going to put another one. So all you got to do is when they flip that company, you're going to put that new company into your portfolio and the index is going to go up again.
Yeah.
But you got to buy index. Or you could buy individual companies if you got some kind of information and stuff and you believe in that company or whatever. You know what they're working on, you
But if
know
you
a lot
keep
about.
money in index for as long as possible, then you're gonna be fine.
Well, if you put in $100,000 into the index in in 1985, then what
Oh,
now?
right, yeah.
It was $1,300. Now you would have, if you put in $1,300 into the market in
You'd be a
1985,
billionaire. Well,
no,
millionaire.
you would have 44,000 today.
Oh,
From
oh, right,
1,300,
yeah. Okay.
you would have 40,000. Now, if you put in 100,000, yes, you would have 100,000 times, you know, let's say 1,200. What is it? Four would be 48, so like 3.9. So yeah, so if you put in $100,000, you would have 3.9 more money. So you would have 400,000. That's the way that works. But time is in your favor. You just got to put the money into it early. You can't be expecting, well, I'm going to make my money in the stock market once it goes, because I'm going to be retiring next year, so I'm going to make $1 million this year in the stock market. No, you're not. Stock market is 5 to 10 year investment at
Long
least.
term, yeah.
So
Unless you're that gambling day trader who always wants to.
yeah, then the odds are stacked against you, and you're going to lose
if
90%.
you're in that 5% and get lucky.
Yeah, but that's like playing a lotto. There's always somebody that wins.
Yeah.
Are you going to be the winner?
But these people are fucking crazy. They bet the whole house on it or something like that. Sometimes, not all, but yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, this is the trading, and this is why you don't really want to be listening to the news because they're just bullshitting you. They're just telling you stuff that's kind of like, oh yeah, no, panic now, $6 trillion. Yeah, $6 trillion was wiped. Okay, and we got what? 66 trillion left to go before we should start panicking. It's 12%. So don't listen to the news. And the fact is, why it's dropping is because people are taking the money because they're not sure which company is going to grow after this. But some companies are going to lose money for sure, and some companies are going to grow out of this. And it's just a shift. It's just a different thing. So that people are repositioning the money. And anytime you're going to get an uncertainty, you're going to see the market drop. It's expected. It's the right thing to do. It would be much stranger if it didn't drop. That would be like, shit, things are changing, but nothing's dropping. So I guess it's not really going to change.
Apparently, Nasdaq dropped. Nasdaq 100 declined 21%.
Yeah, because that's a smaller number again. You're talking about,
Yeah.
what is it, like 6,000 now? What's the Nasdaq now worth?
Hang on. 17,000 right now. It was worth.
Yeah, yeah. So
It
basically,
was
drop.
worth
Yeah, so
20,000.
basically, drop by the same thing. What happened to Dow during COVID? Yeah, it's just shifting, and people are looking for sensation. They want to hit the news and stuff. But if you look at the individual stocks, you look at. Um, I mean, it's still a lot of money, so it's not like it's not. But again, I'm gonna put this thing up, and this is the Nasdaq. But you look at it, and Adobe 4.9%, 641, 343, 48, 449. I mean, if you got 100,000 and you have in ARM Holdings, so you got 90,000 now. Okay, but it's gonna go up again. Wait a year. Here, 13%. Baker Hughes is the biggest drop that I see here.
It's a lot of
1268.
red.
No, everything is in red. That's why it's dropping, but it's like small percentage points. You don't see any company dropping by 20, 30%. That's my point. Losing 4%, 5%. A couple of companies are above 10, but there's only 3 or 4 companies. 1013, 1268, 1334, 1024, and that's it. So only 4 companies that lost more than 10% of their value. So, and there you go, Microsoft in the top right here, 3.56%. So now if you're going to buy Microsoft, which chances are because they got a lot of military contracts, is they're not going to go out of business. So whatever amount of money you have, if you want to make 4% quick turnaround on this year, either you're going to put the money in the bank and they're going to give you what, like 2-3% in interest, or you put it in Microsoft. You take out the money next year, you made 4% on your money, and it goes back up. So it's sort of easy to predict, where this is going to go and where. So the biggest losers that are larger companies that are steady and stuff. 3.56% loss by Microsoft is basically free money for you right now.
Mm.
But yeah, not on day trading, because day trading they could go up 4%, drop 2%. And if you need
They
the
sell
money,
off too quick.
if you need the money the next day, you're going to be forced into some moves you probably don't want to do. But yeah, that's what it is. That's how it works. So anyway, so there's that, and what do you got? 146
What do you mean 146? Ow.
is the time. Why am I LG anyway? Because I'm LinkedIn Global Creator of Beerathons, I guess. What's copyright? No,
Copyright now. Everybody's number one of something.
LinkedIn Global. Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody's a LinkedIn Global marathon guy.
So what are you doing?
Just watching my bubble go boom, 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 pulsating.
Okay,
So,
I'm back on screen, so you
while
can
you
come
were
back.
gone for a little while, I'm just evening things out now. So, boom, I'm back.
So what now?
I don't know. Now it's bedtime.
What?
Bedtime.
Bedtime?
Yep. Nappy nap.
Okay.
Nappy nap. You didn't want to go long since it's already been 2 hours.
That's true. I'll let the sheep Guarujinka sleep.
Yeah. Sleeping Beauty. Sleeping Beer Beauty.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm Joe Biden. And I approve of this message.
What did we say about politics?
That's not politics. It's just making fun of old people.
Somebody could do that about the other guy as well, who's currently in office.
I don't care. It's all fun and games to me.
Yeah.
I make fun of him too.
Speaking of
I think he's an
old,
idiot. I think he's an
speaking of,
idiot, actually.
speaking of old, this guy, right? You're gonna be, yeah, you. I'm not old.
Are we
You're gonna be
hitchhiking
old.
now or what?
You're gonna be 52 in 10 days. I can already tell you, happy early birthday. You can
I'm not
probably make a
Medvedev.
post
Leave
about
me out
that.
of this. I'm not Medvedev. Leave me out of
Your,
this.
put your favorite game show into the post too.
My favorite game show? That's a hard one.
What was your favorite game show? The Price is Right, or no? I know your favorite game show. It's Jeopardy.
No, it's an easy game show.
What?
I always knew all the
What?
answers. It's boring. My favorite game shows, I'll show you.
Don't show me any game shows because you're gonna get banned. Copyright.
My favorite game show is this one.
Don't play anything, please.
No, I'm not playing anything. I'm just gonna add a scene now. You're gonna like this one.
Oh jeez.
And you don't know what it is, so ha ha ha.
Medvedek.jpg.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't know that.
It's a whammy.
I don't know what that is.
It's called Press Your Luck.
That's probably pro pamětníky.
Probably. Medvedek and me.
Huh?
Medvedek and me.
Yeah, that's Medvedek on the screen right there.
It's called a whammy. WHAMMY. And the show is called Press Your Luck.
Okay.
If you want, you can play a video.
No. Do not. Okay. Cool.
They did a new version of it, but I like the old one. Yeah, Jeopardy was always fun because I always knew all the answers.
Whammy.
Anyway, back to regular scheduled programming. We'll get rid of whammy, and that's it. Actually, wait. I just figured it out. I think this is what, because I did the new scene, and then you put that JPEG. I figured it out now. See, before I couldn't do it, but now I got it.
What are you doing? Press your.
All I got to do is go back, click on the screen to welcome. There you go. See? Because I was using the new scene, which you could rename as well, but you could call this whammy and just keep it. You know, in the studio, you have the left side, left panel, sort of. So, see, Jackal knows whammy. See,
No, I don't think he does.
I think he does.
He said, "What is this?"
Whammy. Well, it's the game show. Press Your Luck. But yeah, if you want to go, because then you keep these screens, add scenes on the left hand side. That's what I want to do. I want to show you that one there, and then just keep it there. But you can always click on it and then go to this one. They got a demo one, which whatever that means. I guess I can use this one here too. Let's see.
Huh.
It's interesting. There's like a new, different version of a scene or something. I don't know. I can make you disappear and appear. That's strange. Anyway, so
Okay.
I can remove that. I'll remove whammy, but that's what I was trying to do before. But now I know how to do it. Because you could prep like 6 different scenes. Like, for example, you could go to the countdown scene. And you just go back to welcome.
Okay, I get it. This is fine. I understand.
Good. You got to learn how to use this studio. Because when you want to be a studio man, you got to use the studio.
Studio man. I'm broke.
Well, you should sell something.
Studio man for now.
Sell a kidney. You got 2 of them.
Right. Okay. Well. What are you searching up?
Nothing. I'm just posting on. I'm going to try to do a comment on YouTube.
Comment on YouTube.
Oh, there you go. And see web dev.
Okay.
So what else you got for us?
I don't know. All the rest is reserved for tomorrow's live stream.
Tomorrow's live stream? You don't want to talk about authenticity anymore? How well
I'll talk about it. I'll talk about it more.
or how smart people flock to LinkedIn to feel even smarter by using a lot of ChatGPT stuff?
Do you want to be that mean? I don't know. I mean, you can stay on. I don't know. I don't want to be. I don't know. I'm confused because I don't know if we have to stay on LinkedIn, if to just ditch it, if to just. I don't know.
It's acting. Can we show one video of it's acting?
I hope not.
It's Master Thespian.
You don't do it. You shouldn't.
Okay, I won't.
Yeah. Never know. It's get copyrighted. You'll get banned. Yeah.
How can you be copyrighted if it's on YouTube and you're just using it in your live stream as a video? You're not even like saying it's your own video. You're not even posting as your own video. It's part of your live stream. That's why I never understood. Like, well, you have a live stream, but you can't really show anything on a live stream because if it's a live stream, you can't be streaming live. So, tell us about how I changed your mind before the live show that was started.
I don't want to talk about it. I'm done. I'm depressed. I'll tell you that much.
What are you depressed about? Tell us about that because I'm going to get more.
No.
Never thought of it this way. Please tell me more.
Yeah. Wait, did you just?
I have to go get more beer. So now you can talk about it.
I thought we were ending. I thought you wanted to go to bed and everything. Okay.
Eventually, but first I want to have one more beer. So I'll let you talk about your new experience of, your new perspective on LinkedIn and posts and stuff, and how you said, what's my main selling channel? But I told you, well, is it what you're trying to do? Or does it make sense? It does make sense, but you just got to sell the smaller stuff, not the big stuff. And you just have to be honest through ChatGPT.
No, I mean, I've talked about it on my previous live streams, that the whole quote unquote, the dead internet quote unquote theory is not really a theory, especially when it comes to LinkedIn, because you just have bots talking to bots, which is the definition of dead internet theory. So, yeah, it's just, ChatGPT talking to ChatGPT everywhere I see. Every post is ChatGPT generated. Like, don't ask me how I know. I just know because I've been using ChatGPT for 3 years now. So nobody can BS me. I'm not using ChatGPT. I'm authentic. Yeah, right, sure. So yeah, everybody uses AI. Nobody's authentic. And what else do I say? I don't know. It's just all messed up.
Oh, Bobby.
What?
I'm
just tired of this shit.
What are you talking about messed up?
Yeah, right. No, it's a perfect platform. I forgot. Sorry. Let's stick to the script.
Yeah, stick to the script. It's all good and cool and it's fun and games, man. Come on.
Stick to the script that Microsoft gave me.
What was rule number 1 I told you about TV?
Everything's fake.
Very good. See, you remember.
Well, yeah.
Now let's talk about LinkedIn.
Pretty much now everything on the internet is fake. What?
Very good. Lesson learned.
Especially when people try to present themselves because they try to present themselves in the best light.
And
I've helped 100,000 people. Oh, right. Because you worked once for a company that worked with a company that worked for Microsoft that had an event somewhere on Zoom 10 years ago where there were 100,000 attendees or something like that. That's how he helped 100,000 people.
No, the people have actually helped because they are invited by big corporations to speak about LinkedIn and how to perform and stuff. And once you have like 300,000 followers, you can say that. Is it relevant? No, it's not, but it looks good. but
Yeah.
uh, but the funniest about it though is, and I'm noticing this lately and more, and I'm not sure if you have Anthropic on your schedule for tomorrow.
Mm, maybe. I don't know.
It's a yes or no question.
We'll see. Probably, yes.
No, I'm saying the Anthropic warning that they were talking about.
Oh, that one? I'll mention it.
Well, let me get into the depth of this
Oh, jeez. Okay.
because
Bye bye.
what happens is it's funny because everybody talks about authenticity, but most people react better to ChatGPT generated posts or AI generated posts anyway. It's a paradox, but that's what it is. People don't want honesty. They want to hear the good stuff. Good old George Carlin.
That's why I go to ChatGPT for self affirmation and motivation and coping and all that stuff.
I'll tell you the prime example of what I'm talking about. I'm talking about my post yesterday. I mean, talk about the LinkedIn makeovers. Will it help people? Yes, absolutely will. It's without a doubt. Will it help everybody? No. But it will help make you more visible. However,
It'll help those who are willing to work with it.
yeah, but those people that are willing to work with it, like you say, it will help them. But when people, for example, ask you, and this is the part where you need to finish the videos and stuff, but I'm talking about people ask you a question. Well, what will the LinkedIn profile makeover do for me? And you're like, well, I make a video about it. Of course, I make this, that, whatever. I talk about it. I make several posts about it too. But then I last night said, all right, let me just do an experiment, and I created a Gamma PDF, and all I did was put in one sentence, blah 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 blah. How will write me a thing, but or topic of the PDF presentation is how will a profile makeover help you in your professional life or something like that. I put in that's it, and the funny thing is Gamma is for free, so it's ChatGPT, and it gives you a whole article about it. But yet people will ask you the question and they expect to get an answer from you. While instead of asking a question, they could just write that whole question into the chat GPT and they get the answer. But most people are just too lazy to even write that into the chat GPT. So what I did is I wrote it in there like the thing that anybody can do for free right now. And I got a whole presentation on it. I posted it and people loved it more than when I talk about it. So it's kind of like
Because it dumbs it down for you.
it dumbs it down. It doesn't talk about particulars. It tells them in the language that they want to hear. And people respond better to the chat GPT stuff than they do to real actual honesty.
I'll actually ask ChatGPT and no, you should do it that way because you're the one propagating it. You should ask it like, why do I need a LinkedIn profile makeover? And then you should make a post like, oh, I asked ChatGPT, why do I need a profile makeover? And then list the points just like that verbatim. And I swear to God, it'll get so many views.
That's what I'm saying. So now when you're not using but I don't get what I don't get is why don't people just ask that, like instead of asking me the question, why don't they ask the chat GPT the question? Why don't they Gemini? I mean, I use Gemini, I don't use chat GPT, but why, like people like too lazy to even write that in, so they're just expecting you to do it. They come to LinkedIn for you to provide them that information that they can get for free on ChatGPT. in 2 seconds without any effort. So what's the point of posting on LinkedIn? What's the point of being authentic if A, people can do it themselves, and B, they understand ChatGPT better than they understand you? Why don't they type that in themselves? Why do you have to do it? And then why do you have to do it, be authentic, if the version from the ChatGPT they understand better anyway? People don't understand what you're talking about. But when ChatGPT says it, like, oh yeah, that makes sense. That's perfect. And you could see that it's like ChatGPT written, but people don't care. They understand it better than they understand you. So that's all they care about. So basically, the new wave of things is, yeah, give them ChatGPT answers. The ones that they're too lazy to ask for, you give it to them, and they'll be a lot happier. And that's what that's what the authenticity on LinkedIn is about, making people happy, giving them something they're too lazy to do on their own. It's mind-blowing. It's just like, wow, why am I even like? But yeah, to hell with it. I'm not gonna.
You would think that people are challenging you to, like, oh, does he actually know stuff about this? But I don't. I always try to think. I feel like I always try to think deeper than most people. That's why I like always assume like people are challenging you. Maybe they're just not that. They're just not trying to be that deep. Maybe they just don't want to do the small work of putting in the prompts.
They got their iPhones and they got Netflix. That's all they care about.
And they got their Starbucks coffee. Their $7 Starbucks coffee.
No, not coffee. They got their Frappuccino. It's not coffee.
Extra shot of pumpkin spice. Extra shot of
double vanilla, cinnamon, and then pumpkin spice. That's what you need, and then you're happy. You're good.
And you call it coffee.
And you don't want to. Well, yeah, you call it that. It has nothing to do with that, but you call it that. But then also you have, the Italian man that went to Malta. It's just too complicated to comprehend.
You could play that. I think you could play that.
You think so? You will allow me to do that?
No, I mean, it's not about me. I'll play it. I actually do. I want to laugh a little bit. Yeah, it's too deep for, Shivko Aruzhenka.
For many people, it's too deep.
For Shivko Aruzhenka, it was a little too deep. So, because it's a good video for second language, English as a second language learners too, because they understand like the mishaps there can be when talking in English. That's an old ass video. I didn't realize it's from 2005.
No, it's actually even before then.
2005. No, I saw it. 2005. It was released.
No, it was before then even, but it was.
Okay. That current version.
The first time I saw it was in 2003. The fact that YouTube wasn't around in 2003
blah, blah, blah.
is irrelevant. But it's even older than that. Trust me.
Okay.
And
now my Norwegian friend, watch and learn. What do you do?
I'm just trying to, because
you got to go into this other screen.
Yeah,
on the left.
I see it here. I see it here.
There you go. I'm gonna expand it. Ta-da!
Yeah, and then we'll disappear. Ta-da. There we go. There we go.
The Italian man who went to Malta. One day I'm going to Malta to bigger hotel. In the morning I go down to eat a breakfast. I tell a waitress I want 2 pieces of toast. She brings me only 1 piece. I tell her I want 2 pieces. She say go to the toilet. I say you no understand, I want to piss on my plate. She say you better no piss on the plate, you son of a bitch. I don't even know the lady and she call me a son of a bitch. Later, I go to eat at a bigger restaurant. The waitress brings me a spoon and a knife, but no fork. I tell her I want the fork. She tell me everyone want a fork. I tell her you no understand, I want a fork on the table. She say you better not fork on the table, you son of a bitch. So I go back to my room in a hotel, and there is no sheets on the bed. Call the manager and tell him I want to shit. He tell me to go to the toilet. I say, you don't understand. I want to shit on my bed. He say, you better not shit on my bed, you son of a bitch. I go to the checkout and the man at the desk say, peace on you. I say, peace on you too, you son of a bitch. I'm going back to Italia. Arrivederci.
Yeah, that's fun.
And yes, wanted to piss on the bed, piss on the, to piss on the table, to shit on the bed. Wanted to two shit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's too deep for some people. Interesting.
And that's why you have to use ChatGPT and other AI models to craft your post, because they're much better received by the majority. And the majority is who you're trying to sell to. So,
But the thing is, I do use ChatGPT. I just don't use it verbatim.
and that's where you make a mistake.
Yeah, I figured that. I mean, dude, I posted the post I just had without those likes. It would still have 6 reactions when I posted it at 9:30. It would not have, like my regular post. It would not have that many. Even with your posts, it's almost surpassing my yesterday's post or Friday's post.
Yeah. Well, because
So
you have two
at
piss
9:30 in the evening.
You want to piss on the
Okay,
table. Two piss.
I want to see how it does tomorrow. I wish it goes viral and it gets 1,000 likes, so that everybody buys the
ChatGPT.
No, fuck that. Your profile makeover service.
That's all we want to do. That's all we want to do.
Careful with the chair, please.
Yeah, I lowered it now. I think it was the height that made it stupid. But then I'm lowered.
Don't do that sound. You know that's unlucky. Jeez. Okay.
Oh, I still have a little beer here. A little cerveza.
I think we're done though. I'm pretty done myself actually.
A real Czech beer.
What if ChatGPT made a country?
This is a real Czech beer.
Okay, what? No, it's German beer actually, but that's okay.
No, it's not. It's Czech.
It's German.
No, it's
made
Czech.
by a German brewer in Mexico. Okay, whatever.
No, it's not. The German brewer came from Bohemia. Many Germans came from Bohemia. Yes, they were Germans because they were from Austro-Hungarian Empire, but yes, they were from Bohemia.
Just Cuauhtémoc Brewery, Moctezuma Brewery. Hang on, wait.
That's what I'm talking about when I say about gods.
Advertising. I don't care about advertising. Oh, yeah, history. Jose a Muerza.
Yeah, and his mother was Priscalova.
No.
Prochaskova. Jose Alpita.
Mexican-born entrepreneur. He was Catholic, philanthropic. There's nothing about him, but it was founded by some Mexican dude. And then who was the? Oh, that's funny. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Mexican.
They literally brew a beer that's called Bohemia.
Yeah, I know.
Bohemia 4.9 alcohol takes its name from the Czech region. It is a pale pilsner, although recently a new dark Vienna beer has been launched as Bohemia Obscura. Oh wow!
I told you, it's a Czech beer.
What is this? I thought looks like he's what was the name of the guy? There's no brewer.
All Mexican breweries of Modelo and Dos Equis, etc., they were all started by German immigrants that immigrated into Mexico about 120 years ago from the German lands of Bohemia.
Yeah, Wilhelm Hasse. Who's this guy?
Hasek.
Hase.
I know Hashek. No,
I don't think this guy is him. He's like a Nazi general. Okay, let's not do that.
I guess that's not him.
Yes, not him. Wilhelm Hase dos Equis. Oh my God, dude. You must be 21 to visit this website. I don't care. Like, why do they need my date of birth to the website? Dos Equis was originally founded by a German brewer named Wilhelm Hase.
Yeah, he was born in fucking Pilsen.
They don't have him anywhere though. It's just weird. They don't have like any history of him. Who was the original founder? Dos Equis was founded by a German brewer named Wilhelm Hase. Wilhelm Hase was born in Lubbenau, Germany. He started his career in the brewing industry in different beer companies in Europe, including one in Belgium and in Germany, and then he went to Mexico. Yeah, so there's not anything about Czech.
Trust me.
I'm just saying. Anyways, don't matter. Look at what he wrote in chat. This little bastard. Do you see chat?
Exactly. See? Don't try to fact check me because you're always gonna lose. And he knows. He already's been on plenty of our live streams to know that you don't usually win. You
Get
will
out of here.
you will find a Czech trail someplace in the history of that. Because like every single brewery in Mexico that has light lager, like I said, Modelo, they all have roots going back in one way or another to Czech Republic, to Bohemia, not Czech Republic, because it wasn't Czech Republic at the time. But there was those were Germans from Bohemia.
Okay.
Why do you think they're making fucking Bohemia beer?
Don't swear on stream. Come on.
Yeah, it's my stream. Bohemia beer takes its name from the Czech region. It is pale pilsner made by this brewery. I will share this and I will read it as well. Although recently a new dark Vienna beer has been
That's what I read.
Bohemia Obscura, see image below. In addition, Guatemala Moctezuma has added a craft-style wheat beer to the line called Bohemia Weizen beer. A German Crystal Weizen was released in summer of 2011. You understand? Like they have their roots in Bohemia, one way or another.
Yeah.
Like all the beers in Mexico were made by the German Bohemians, basically Czechs, in other words.
Okay. All right. What do you want to do?
I want to show you exactly. I want to find the family tree of this dude.
You're not gonna find that. He's too obscure.
Of course. During the Mexican Revolution, which began in 1910, its original founders supported Victoriano Huerta. As a consequence, his rival Venustiano Carranza seized the brewery, so the founder families fled to Texas. Whereas another big Czech bastion, by the way. They reacquired the brewery through the intervention of U.S. and Russian diplomats. Oh, yes, the old Czech Bohemian American connection. Telling you, all the breweries. Like, and if you're gonna go to Asahi or Sapporo, which are Japanese beers, guess who started those? Ooh, you would never believe that the immigrants started Sapporo in Japan.
No, I don't believe that.
Every single brewery that makes light lager, that's like old traditional, has roots in Bohemia. Hence, the gods of lager.
Who was it founded by? Founders. Beer. History. Oh, it's history right here. Meiji period. The first Pearl Lager. Okay. So who founded it? It doesn't write. It doesn't say who founded it again. Seibei Nakagawa, a Germany-trained brewer, became the first brewmaster. Okay, so some Japanese guy that was trained in Germany.
Well, Bohemia at the time, but okay.
No, Germany. It was not. It would be Austro-Hungarian. It would be.
No, it was Germany. It was sort of shady, but it was Bohemia was Germanic because Austria was not really Austria, and Germany really did not exist during the Austro-Hungarian Empire.
Okay, you know what? Let's ask ChatGPT.
It was Prussia.
Seibei Nakagawa. Where did he train? Actually, that Norwegian friend is looking to go to Japan in May next month. Actually,
Yeah. So
yeah. Hang on. Yeah, you should visit that brewery. Where was trained in brewing?
but do you understand that Sapporo, for example, is a light lager, which means it's a Pilsner. Pilsner was founded by Germans in Czech Republic. So why would he go to Germany to learn Czech beer? The Germans have different beers.
Specifically, he trained at a brewery near Berlin, where he learned the methods of German-style beer production.
Yeah.
By the way, in the 1870s, the German state was already unified.
Which German style production, which they took from Pilsen. Okay.
Okay, let's ask it. Was the German style production taken from Bohemia? Yes. Okay. Yes, the German-style beer production that Seibei Nakagawa studied was influenced by Bohemia, particularly in the case of lager brewing, which is what Sapporo brews.
Oops.
By the time Nakagawa trained in Germany in the 1870s, Bohemian-style bottom-fermented lagers had become a staple in German brewing schools and breweries. Okay.
Everything goes back to the gods of beer.
Okay.
You're gonna trace it back. Everything goes back to the gods of beer. People don't realize it, but this is a huge, like, for beer drinkers anyway. It's a huge deal. It's kind of like no matter where you look at what beer, whatever country makes a light lager, it's got its roots in Czech Republic.
Yeah. All right. I'm done. I think. I don't know. Well,
Anything else you want to teach me today?
no.
Maybe
I'm
something.
good.
Maybe some news about beer or something.
No, not beer.
Or something about programming, the algorithm on LinkedIn to get more.
If it's about history, you're finished.
A what?
If it's about history, you're finished. All I'm saying.
Like, for example, SkyDrive. I'm completely done on that one.
No. History.
Oh, you want to talk about history? Okay, let's talk about history.
No, let's not talk about. It's not an invite.
Let's talk about an interesting show we've seen about Mark Antony and the naval battle.
You've seen that. I haven't. I think.
You should check it out.
Nah.
Or the wonderful non-political movie of Dragon Blade. where the good Chinese uncle and emperor have accommodated the poor and completely lost Romans in the
Romans
ancient times.
times. Because that's totally how it happened. It's a historical movie, by the way. It's brands and stuff is that.
And it just completely goes to shits on that because, hey, but John Cusack, the non-political actor, plays in it. He's got the training from the CCP, so he's good.
You got the, what do they call it? A certain type of training to be what?
Well, it's called brainwashing, but other than that, the
No,
professional term, or the
no. They have a politically correct term for that. It's
re-educated.
no. Stop. It's when you're on like brand, right? You have it's on my tongue. When you're trained about a brand you promote and you have to follow the brand's guidelines, what is it called? European, I think, because European is where, I mean, if you look into Asian ancient history, there's going to be a lot of death. It's what's it called? Oh my gosh, I'm so stupid. It's a certain type of training you get to get what? Compliance. They're CCP compliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, European. It's all Eurocentric. The whole world is Eurocentric inherently. So history is Eurocentric. It's like, oh, it's Eurocentric. It should be like different centric. No, I mean, from Europe is where everything and everybody came from.
We would get into racism, but we don't want to do that. But Europe did come up with most of the inventions that you have in the world today. Other than, of course,
That's just a
the Chinese would
historic fact.
the Chinese would stick to their gunpowder thing, but
The compass too, by the way.
yeah.
And India had the first flushing toilets.
No, actually, they were the Romans, I think.
No.
No.
While the Indians were flushing their toilets, the Romans were using. I'll actually show you.
Yeah, I know, but no, but they still did have flushing because they had the aqueducts and the water was flowing and they flushed it. I know they were using a sea sponge, but
Yeah, they were using this. While the Indians were flushing their toilets, they were using this. And guess what? Guess where this went?
yeah, and it was shared.
And by the way, yeah, yeah.
It was only one in the toilet, and everything. That was toilet paper, except you didn't have to roll it off. It was.
It was in public restrooms. People just passed it on, and they also used the restroom in front of each other, because that's just how it went. Europeans was not very hygienic.
No, but
Yeah.
but the Asians were even worse back then.
Yeah,
That's why so many of them died of diseases, and like there is towns. They've discovered towns or cities or metropolis in Asia in middle of the rainforest there and stuff in the jungle, and it was like million people or 1.5 million people, and everybody just died. And basically, they suspect that why everybody died, why that city completely disappears, was wiped off the face of the earth at the time, was because of the poor hygiene and stuff. And it was a big problem in Prague as well. I mean, because most Europeans were used to building the toilets were built on the side of the castles.
Flushed into the rivers and stuff.
Not the rivers, not the rivers. They were not that stupid, but they used it. It was let out, but it was down to the what do you call it?
To dip.
Yeah, but there's a word for it.
Jelení Sikop.
Yeah, Chico, but in English it's the
No, not the mouth.
no, it's the it starts with an M. The
I forgot what it was.
moat. So this is what they were. This was sort of the funny thing in the medieval times. I'm going to show this now. This is the typical.
By the way, nobody cleaned. Just answering him. Nobody cleaned the sponge between wipes.
Well, they did clean it once in a while, but not between the sponges.
Once in a while, or maybe they replaced it or something, but not not between wipes. From one,
you were basically using the
one hole to the
one the
other.
guy before you was using. That was called hygienic anyway. But
castles would be hot and stinky. I thought, he says. Castles were actually pretty cold.
They were pretty cold because they had a lot of holes. But
Yeah.
I'm just trying to show now here this picture. This is the moat around the castle. And let me see. Just trying to show that picture.
Yeah, the water or something. Yeah, I get it.
That's the moat.
I'm talking about the castle toilets where the obviously they cleaned that.
What?
He's saying he I'm reading the comment. I am talking about the castle toilets where the poop goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they did.
That's what I'm showing you where it goes.
But they didn't. They didn't clean it.
No, it goes to the moat.
Yeah.
So, and this is the funny thing about it. The moat was the septic tank. And so everybody who went to shit, usually the toilets were built in. They were not flushable, but they were built in on the side of the castle wall. So when you shit, you shit right down and it falls into that water over there. But the advantage of that was, well, the disadvantage was the stench. The advantage of that was that the invading army, when they tried to get to the castle, had to go through that water. So, it kind of stunk, and it was not really pretty to try to fight your way through the moat where everybody went shitting for the last 6 months. I'm not really sure how they clean it out every once in a while, but this is
it probably went into the earth, the soil, no? Just settled, possibly.
Yes, but the amount of shitting that took place in a castle, I don't think that would just easily dissipate. I'm sure they used some chemical stuff, or they just drained it and then wiped it, and then they restarted the filling of the moat and stuff. But yeah, it was a really weird practice. But in Prague, for example, the street Příkopy, the one where where the movie theater is. If you go from Můstek to Prašná Brána.
I don't really remember it. Maybe.
Pěší zóna. From bottom of Wenceslav Square to Kotva.
I don't remember.
Wenceslav Square, Můstek, the metro station. You get out and you make a left, and you go.
I don't know where the fuck I am. I'm already lost. Okay, don't even try.
No, but my point is, and this is what I'm trying to tell you, though. If you just look at the map, then look at the map.
I'm just listening.
Well, I want you to see it. Look at the map.
It up. You search it up. You show me. I don't know what I'm searching for. You search it up. Exactly.
Dumbasses. Anyway. All right. I'm going to do maps.google. And I'll show you. Share maps.google. Share the screen. Go here. Let's get to Europe here.
You're not on the tab, by the way.
I'm not.
Share this tab instead.
No, I just shut it off. Anyway.
You didn't shut it off. It's still on.
No, I shut it off. I got to go here. Yeah, no, because it opened a new window. That's why I didn't transfer.
Oh, no, now you just doxed your cell phone now.
No, but I'm in the right place now. Talk about doxed.
You just doxed yourself.
What dox? What are you talking about?
You not know what doxing means?
What are you talking about? I'm doing what I'm trying to get done. Trying
Okay,
to
well,
get to Europe. Here. You just doxed yourself. No, I'm getting Czechia. I want to show you so that you understand and everybody else understands too, because this is a big thing about hygiene. You got the Prague Castle.
Mm.
And people, when they used to shit in Prague Castle, and it was basically that was one of the first sewage systems they had built. It went to here, like the old quarter and stuff, and this is why this is called napsikopie, which in translation means what?
Yeah, I know.
What does that mean?
Well, on the moat or something.
Ditch, yeah, ditch, ditch. And this is one of the most expensive real estates in Prague right now.
Huh.
Because it's Mustek and stuff. And if you go here, Banska, Julius, Mustek here.
Isn't there like a part of the old moat in a subway station there somewhere?
Yes, there's that old wall, which was built here. It ran across here. The old wall, because it was a city. It was a city.
I know, yeah.
It was a city wall.
Mm.
And all the sewage from all of the city that was going on over here, all the shitting and pissing that was going on here, went to this wall.
Yum.
And Napsikopie was the ditch that all the sewage flew out of, that flowed out of. Just went. So this, which is most expensive real estate right now, used to be a sewer. The whole street was just a one big sewer. That's why it's called the ditch, Napsikopie.
Awesome.
Because this here, Prašná Brana, was they were taking a toll when they were letting you into the city, which this was the end of the city. And when you wanted to get in, you had to go to Prašná Brana, pay the toll, and they will let you in. And here was where all the shit flew from and flowed from into wherever they were sending it then. I don't know. But this was a sewer ditch. And this is why Prašná Brana is there, because that was one of the entrances into behind the city walls in the old Prague. But that's how it worked. I don't think they were putting into Vltava. I'm sure some of it went there, but this is how they were resolving. And some of the ancient cities in Asia and stuff did not have this. We're talking about now, if you're going to read the history, I think we're talking about the 14th, 15th century. Like any big city that was built before then did not really have that sewage system.
Mm.
So it was kind of like these basically died of, infections and food poisoning and shit. So it's kind of like, E. coli poisoning, I guess you could say.
There's another thing that comes from sewage water. I forget what it's called. Like
It's
diarrhea and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's E. coli.
Another one. It's mostly in Africa, though. No, nowadays.
Dysentery and
Dysentery.
In Mexico, they have Montezuma's Revenge and it's all sorts of stuff. But yeah, hygiene was always an issue. So anyway, that's Prague history there for you. And if you go into Mustek, you will see the old wall there. That's why it's called the Mustek, because what is Mustek in English?
Step.
No, it's a bridge. Most small bridge.
Mm.
And it was a bridge across that fucking stinky ditch. That's why it's called that. It's like so simple. Small bridge over the ditch of shit. That's basically what the name means.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, I'm done. I'm just saying.
Here, Pilsner Kel, the original experience.
Great.
And then we have to also Praski Orloj. And here we're going to go into the Jewish Quarter, which was assigned. What is it?
No,
What is it called?
sanitized.
Sanitized in
Literally
1870.
sanitized.
It was a whole. It was leveled basically. Myself a synagogue that was left over, but Konvictska Husova, and here we go. Il Palazzo, and here we go. You know this one.
Yeah.
Bustling bar visited by the likes of Bill Clinton, Karel Mergel for a Pilsner and various measures plus coffee.
Yeah.
I forgot to say daily.
Okay. All right. Okay.
And right next to it is Sex Machines Museum. Well, not next to it, but close.
Okay.
And another Gabby's Irish Pub. I don't even know that one anymore, but here we have here. Oh, that's another good one. Upinkas. Anyway, that's your tour of downtown Prague. Those are the two places you need to visit. But if you want to go to the Golden Tiger, call me up. I'll get you a table there. That's about all I can say. Otherwise, you're not gonna get a spot. Fat cat.
Okay. All right.
What is it? Okay, all right. I gotta take a pee-pee. Are you leaving us now?
Probably will.
I don't want to have it. We're not having another beer.
No, I'm done.
Oh God. You young whippersnappers.
Yeah. Last time we went 4 hours.
Today it's only 2:42 so far.
Yeah. Let's go to bed. It's probably easier, and I still got work to do tomorrow. So.
Anyway, so the lesson of today is use ChatGPT, copy paste as much as you can because that's how you're going to get engagement.
That's right.
Because whatever you're going to write is going to be less authentic and less understandable to the wise folk of LinkedIn.
They need to dumb down.
Yes.
Most of them do.
So if you want to grow fast, use celebrities, use ChatGPT, and comment BS stuff like great post, we love you, yes man post type post because they always work. Praise people for every piece of BS content they post. Praise them for it. They will love it. And give them everything ChatGPT says because they will love it as well. And that's how you grow on LinkedIn now. Once upon a time, 3 years ago when I first started, it wasn't that way, but hey, ChatGPT changed the world. And more to come tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern on the Anthropic Weekly Review.
No, it's not going to be centered around that. It's going to be centered about me, not anything else.
Well, Anthropic
It's
made
my weekly reflection.
a good prediction about how we're all going to be ruled by ChatGPT by 2030.
Yeah.
And actually, everybody's going to be carrying a brain implant
Well, it's likely.
to help us communicate better with ChatGPT.
Yeah. We'll brand it that way, and every single LinkedIn user will get it, of course, because they want to be efficient, and it's all about efficiency.
Yes.
Yes.
For those of us old timers, we'll just stick to conservative beer and we'll be good. But beer does not do good with the ChatGPT neuron based implant that you're going to be getting. So if you drink beer, you're not going to get into ChatGPT favor. ChatGPT likes people without beer. So
Okay.
is that it, or we're
2
going to
hours,
have another beer?
no, 2 hours 45 minutes. I mean, you can. You feel free to continue.
Goodbye, everybody.